welcome back to the program. Yes, it's Chat Havers, baby. With us tonight is Pat.
Hello.
Hello, Pat at Pizza Suplex.
Hello. I saw myself on the monitor here, and it's like it makes my legs look really long. It makes me look like Sanji, maybe.
Yeah, now that's really good. And you know what that is? It's because I had to reset got a new tripod, and I haven't reset the camera right, and the perspective's a little off.
It's kind of cool.
Pat's mic is quiet. Well, let's turn him off, baby.
Okay, so we're both very quiet.
We're both
Guest
very
is
quiet.
Muted.
Well, you're
Inaudible.
not muted. Go for it, Pat.
Stream sucks. Stream is bad. I'm seeing here in the chat.
They're not saying that.
They're saying Patrick looks stupid.
No, I don't think they're saying that.
They're saying this guy looks woke.
This guy looks woke. They're woke now? They're woke now.
Hello.
There it is.
Hello.
Okay, we're good.
Hello. Cool. This is a really cool setup that you have here.
Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. And I do want to point out, I did put the Thousand Sunny in the background of the scene tonight.
Oh,
See
it's
over
there.
It's
there. Yeah.
this
cool.
is great. We're really, it's One Piece night, y'all. And you know, a lot of times people on the, people say, people. I will say, you don't have to talk about the topic. Well, tonight we do. And if you're going to call in and you're not going to talk about One Piece, and whether I love it or hate it, that's what I want to hear about. So if you don't like it, there's the motherfucking door. Go watch something else, because we're talking One Piece.
We're talking One Piece. I think we can also take One Piece questions from people who don't.
Please,
because it sounds like 71% of the people here have.
Yes, and I hope that that's just 71% to me that haven't read it yet. Never read it. Yeah. You see a statistic like that, Pat. You say, well, maybe you shouldn't isolate those people. I say, isolate the fuck away, because I'm trying to have a real conversation with my friend Pat about One Piece tonight. I don't really care what they think of it. You know what I mean?
We have a question already.
First question
Is
for
the couch comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's really comfortable.
Damn. You saw that. You saw the joy in his eyes too, Jellocean. Jellocean always asks that shit because one person said it wasn't comfortable.
Who said it?
It's bullshit. I think it's comfortable. I sleep on it all the time.
Now, how do you do that? Because it's pretty short.
Stick my legs out the damn bottom.
Yeah, cool.
Much like Sanji. Yeah.
I've got a shitty couch at home that's like exactly the length of my body, which is really nice. So like when I'm on there, like I can just like the tip of my scalp is just barely grazing the top, and like my toes are just touching that end of it, and it feels really good to be in there.
That is really
it's like being it's like you're an action figure in your case.
I sometimes, I know this is sort of counterintuitive, but I sometimes like when my feet are up when I'm taking a.
I like that too.
Like,
I feel like it makes you dream better, right? Because you got more blood in your brain. You can come up with
thing?
more ideas. I don't know.
Damn, that's cool.
It's like a thing a guy in the 1800s would think.
Yeah, or like something one fifth grader would say to another fifth grader. One Piece has too much, and I feel intimidated watching more of it after liking the first episode. Don't be intimidated.
And I'd say don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Honestly, let's get the fuck into this, Pat. So I watched the second half of the series because I had read up till the time skip when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want to watch this. I heard about One Pace. Do you know about One Pace?
That's like the like viewing selection thing where so you only do certain episodes.
Even more so than that, it's literal edits where they take out all the fillers.
Oh, shit.
Because Dressrosa is like completely unwatchable. They'll do literally one panel an episode, so it's like heavily edited.
Okay.
Which is a little tough at times because it doesn't always Zeke, I'm not answering that question. Okay. And so I watched the second half and I did really like it, but now I'm rereading from the beginning again and I'm going, this is meant to be read.
Yeah.
I mean, it more so than other manga too, because I've like watched a fair amount, and I think it just always depends. But it's so much better as a manga. It's so expressive. It feels so alive compared to the anime. I love it.
I think I only tried to watch like 4 or 5 episodes of the anime, and I did start from the beginning, and I was like, this is not going to be for me, just because it was like, like not being able to control the pace that I was consuming it at.
Yes.
Like.
Totally.
And just getting that I am bored with this anime feeling. But God, reading the books is like so fast. It is unbelievably
it's
fast.
crazy. It clips. It feels. Does One Piece feel heretical to you, Pizza Suplex? Pat? Does it feel?
Does it feel heretical? I don't think so.
Hand of God, I say, if anything, the whole point of One Piece is they're saying the point of the edit of the fan editors is we're making it closer to the manga.
Oh, does One Piece? Sorry, I thought they said does One Piece.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You mean just it's like a
yeah, it's like a general question. Like, is this like the kind of thing that you know, a Christian mother wouldn't allow me to watch? I think it's silly enough that it would fly under the radar.
Yeah, but it's also pretty horny.
Oh, that's right. When you see the big booba.
And it really, especially like anything post time skip, you watch it from one and you go, "What is that, Marcus?" You know, you sort of looking at the kid. You're like, "What is he watching over there?"
Right.
You know.
Why? Ooh, can I watch?
Yeah, Mom wants to join in too.
Yeah.
Did you? I saw a thing recently that someone asked him in one of the like Ask Oda corners, like why he keeps drawing like these specific like images of butts. Did you see this? And he was like, "Well, I took like a class on how to draw female butts better, so I like really like doing it now. So I'm drawing them way more."
All right, cool.
And you gotta respect the man for being a classic pervert.
Did you hear the one where like somebody asked him like about his wife and like what he found attractive, or like what drew you guys together, or what he liked about her, and he literally went.
And of course his wife, who was a former
cosplayer,
Nami cosplayer, specifically. Yeah. Yes. My friend had to work somebody's shift because there was a prophecy that Jesus would return during the eclipse. She lives in Alabama. Well, in the world of One Piece, sometimes those things can become reality. Because again, eclipse talk is over. We're talking about One Piece tonight.
I mean, we can talk about the eclipse if you want to.
I don't want to.
Okay, all right.
They might want to, but I'm saying I don't want to.
Okay.
A lot of times on the show, it's an open platform. People can kind of come with what they want. I'd rather they didn't tonight, you know?
My question is, are you concerned at all with making this interesting to people who don't know or care about One Piece?
Don't care.
Really? Like, this can be your lowest rated stream you've ever done?
Well, this is more of a stream for I would say me, but also for us, you know, because I got really excited as I think a lot of the show I'm trying to figure out what does the guest want to talk about. Well, this is one of the rare times where the guest and the host want to talk about the exact same fucking thing, you know? Luke, did your Instagram account get banned?
Is that a question because you have 2 at the end of yours?
Oh, no, it's that my friend convinced me that I should make everything the Luke Man. So then I made it, 8-year-old has the Luke Man, so I have to be the Luke Man too on Instagram.
That's really funny.
Yeah. My Instagram not get banned now, it's just the Luke Man too. I'd listen to you guys talk about anything. That's so nice, Danny. No, I'm just kidding, everyone. You can call them with whatever, but try and make it about One Piece, for God's sake. Yeah, I renamed it. I renamed it to increase brand synergy across social platforms. Is that Yoda? Yoda. Okay, now I want to hear Yoda, but talking about Roger as a young pirate.
Oh, he was the bravest pirate, was he?
I don't know.
That was good, man.
So Roger is the guy who was executed in the opening sequence of One Piece. He is the one who kicks off the quest for the One Piece. Good friend Jake says, I'm going to call in to talk to Pat about Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher. Actually, that's 2 wrestlers who sound like they could be One Piece characters.
That is so real. Yeah. Samoa Joe is like a guy. Yeah.
Is that the one where, is that the match where they go outside and then Necro Butcher starts just picking up handfuls of gravel and throwing at the other wrestlers? Because it's so fucking funny.
I think so. I think that is what that is, if I'm remembering correctly. So Samoa Joe I'm aware of, but Necro Butcher I know less about. Necro Butcher's a really good name for a guy, though.
Yeah, he was like, did you see The Wrestler?
Never seen it.
Okay, he's in The Wrestler as like sort of a bit part, and he's really good in that.
Is The Wrestler about WWE?
No, it's about like a guy who has been through the WWE system, who is then like a washed up old guy on the indies.
Oh, that sounds great. You know what it is? I think I get it confused with the what's the woman who breaks her neck on the
$1 Million Baby?
Yeah. Yes, I do 100% get those 2 movies confused. Damn, I literally had no idea The Wrestler was about a washed up old WWE guy. I thought it was about like I guess I thought it was about Greco-Roman wrestling.
No, it's about like a guy who's like had money for a while and now he like lives in a trailer and does steroids.
Is it Christian Bale?
No, it's the guy who's like a weird actor and then he fucked up his face being a professional boxer and he does tons of cocaine.
Oh,
Mickey Rourke.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
Thank you, chat.
Mickey Rourke. Michael Rourke. Wow, that's crazy. When did that movie come out?
I think it was like 2008 or 9, maybe like 11.
About the same time as Cinderella Baby.
Right around the same time.
It was
So it was initially
$1 Million Baby.
allegedly it was originally going to be like either directly like a companion piece to Black Swan, or there was a version where Aronofsky wanted it to be a movie about a ballerina and a wrestler who met each other and like saw the parallels in their careers and lives in the way that they were destroying their bodies for art.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then it kind of became two different things, but they are like supposed to be kind of meditations on the same thing.
Yes.
I remember the previews of it were on DirecTV, pay-per-view alongside Steel Magnolias and Watchmen. Thing I like most about the stream is Hold Up, Be Right Back. Thank you, Helios. Am I excited for the Aronofsky Elon biopic? No. Well, maybe. No,
there's no way it's going to be good, right?
It could be bad and a fun.
Actually, you know what? If it's only the part where Elon got pushed down the stairs as a kid, that'll be fun.
That'll be fun, and it'll be fun if they spend 30 minutes in the movie him going to Turkey to get the hair plugs. And you really show how it works from beginning to end. You actually do learn something, which is so cool. Which is actually so cool. Folks, tonight is a night dear to my heart.
We're on the deck of the Sunny right now.
Yo! That is one thing about watching the anime instead of reading it, is you do have a lot of attachment to the song We Are, which is a great song. It is one of the great anime OPs, I would say.
It is good. Can we listen to it?
No,
I don't want to fuck up your
No. Just give me a second. We can listen to it. Take it in. You have to keep talking.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep talking. It's fun to be here in this room. Oh yeah, we are youth of the nation. I remember being really into POD because I thought it was my chance to like listen to extreme music that was also Christian. So my POD album was in the rotation a lot. Even yeah, I grew up like Catholic. And then like
富、名声、力、この世のすべてを手に入れた男、海賊王ゴールド・ロジャー。彼の死に際に放った人々は人々を海へ駆り立てた。
Here comes Goldie Roger. Look out! He's gonna get killed.
探せ、この世のすべてをそこに置いてきた。男たちはグランドラインを目指し夢を追い続ける。世はまさに大海賊時代。
First theme, and then they brought it back in the series because it was the theme for a long time, and it's just like, and the guy that did it has also been like a big. He's like done a bunch of.
Yeah, he did like the original Dragon Ball.
And I learned that theme was Mystical Ninja Go on 64. I was playing it the other day. I was like, this. Was it us that was talking about this?
There was somebody else in your chat was like, this sounds like the Dragon Ball guy.
This is a great. What if there was a stream where just two adult men just listen to anime OPs and kind of talk soft?
Yeah. What are some of your other favorite anime OPs?
You know, there's a bunch of the early Naruto ones that I have a hard to hear streamer, but enjoyable nonetheless. I don't care. This is about us tonight, Pat.
Instant 10K in current viewers. Jello says Shippuden Season 1 theme slaps.
Bluebird.
Oh, this is a great question from Jammer. What kind of antics does Chopper get into? Would like to know more about him.
Chopper's great. Yeah, they posted a GIF of Chopper, I believe, in the Discord. I believe that was you, Danny. And we're like, I've never seen One Piece, but I like this character.
Yeah, Chopper rocks.
Great character.
Chopper, we've decided is going, like, when we get a dog one day, it's gonna be called Chopper.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and like full Tony Chopper, but we'll just tell the vet it's Chopper or Tony.
That's really, really nice.
Chopper is. I think Chopper's a really good like example of what is weird and funny about Oda, because he is so in the One Piece universe there are things called devil fruits that give people powers over a certain concept. And he is an actual reindeer who ate a thing called the human fruit that turns anything that eats it into a human. Yeah. So that's his deal.
And I want to be aware, this is a thing, they call these zone devil fruits that are about like guys turning into animals.
Right.
That's a big thing. Anytime you see someone like turn into an animal, that's a zone fruit. And the human fruit, I believe, is like the second or third zone they show.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of the first ones, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like the first thing he does is go, and there's one that turns animals into little guys.
So that's Chopper's deal. Chopper is a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's 17 years old. He's a doctor. He's the ship's doctor. That's why they bring him on. And he's very cute, and he's very bashful, and he loves cotton candy.
He's very. He doesn't know how to hide, which is one of the best gags I've ever seen.
He doesn't know how to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this visual. And this is the thing. Okay, so the reason to actually read One Piece is that it is the funniest comic book I've ever read.
Yes, legitimately. Actually makes you laugh out loud.
It makes you laugh out loud like a fucking a goon sitting in a warehouse. Yeah. Like the kind of guy who would like say, "Oh, the boss is gonna be mad about this." Like that, you got to be in that mindset to laugh at a comic, and it puts you in that one.
Yeah.
Mike's kind of low. Yeah, I'm seeing. We're not quite skimming the yellow, which is where I kind of like to be. I don't want to come in here and
skim the yellow as well.
Slap the dick out of your mouth. But
lower. Why are these being so? Sometimes I don't understand the shit at all. How any of it works or.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Giving Luke levels. Levels for Luke. Levels for Luke. Legals for Loof. Legals for Loof. Yeah. So warning, everybody's gonna start going. Vertical man.
Right. All right. Enough of that. Enough out of you guys. All right. Yeah, I know. It's a special skill. Ha 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 ha. All right, there we go. Pat, talk for me.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
All right, that should be good, right? I mean, we're solidly we're like dancing around the yellow.
Yeah, we are.
That feels good.
Yeah, we're touching yellows now.
All right, we got a call coming in. Let's take this.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Hi, I'm Jacob. I have two things. One for Patrick. Have you ever heard of the band Wednesday Night Titans?
Wednesday Night Titans?
Yes.
No, are they good?
They're amazing, and so what they do is they take all kinds of footage of 80s, mostly 80s and some 90s wrestling, chop it up, put it on triggers. Basically, the wrestlers doing the, the shouting at the screen are doing the songs, and the drummer and the bass player are making the music. And I mean, besides Radiohead and Joanna Newsom, it's my favorite live concert that I've ever been to.
That sounds really, really good.
That sounds cool. Now, Jacob, I just have a short follow-up here.
Don't ask.
Huh?
Don't ask.
Does Luffy know about this band?
No, hang on. No, we can bring it back to One Piece ourselves. First of all, that sounds awesome, and I wrote it down, and I'll go check it out. And I love that part in.
Better bring it back to One Piece.
Remember the edit of Randy Savage, all the parts where he's inhaling during his promo.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Squeeze by Brent Weinbach?
No, I haven't seen that either.
Okay, it's two guys, very, very macho, very wrestling looking, who won't back down on a handshake, and they start sweating, and their shirts tear apart, and so forth. But the punchline is even funnier. But one of the reasons I called, it is tangentially related to One Piece.
Okay, let's hear it, Jacob.
Is that
hands over
I
the
work
drop
at,
call button.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I work at an art supply store,
Okay.
and kids are coming in all the time to try to draw manga and anime style. And they'll get the books, and they'll wonder why they're not improving, and I will recommend just anatomy books or drawing books. Yeah. And, like, listen, I know that your passion is manga and anime, and that's totally cool, but your heroes knew how to draw before they put this style onto it.
Right.
And they just don't believe me.
I feel like some of those anime books, because I've certainly bought my fair share of them, even though I couldn't draw at all, where you'd get like a little, not a quill pen, but like the nice tip pens, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They give you that shit. And I feel like they teach you some anatomy in those things, don't they?
It depends on the book.
It is very basic. It is very, very basic, and it's mostly the style. And I mean, they're not bad books. I don't think it's a bad place to start. Right. It's just that, like, they'll come in with One Piece patches or whatever it may be, and I just want them to elevate, and I'm sure that they can do it. I have so much faith in these kids, but
see, I think it's
a little bit.
I think you should look at it
a
the
little
opposite,
bit younger
though,
than
because
me.
I think that those things are often what gets kids into the other stuff. Because certainly they draw the anime stuff for a few years, and then they hit this wall. They're like, oh shit, I could be drawing like a way other stuff, but that's like their base,
That's where I'm talking to them. Where I'm talking to them. Whether I'm not getting better at anime, and I'm like, read this drawing book.
I see.
I'm not saying start, on something you're completely disinterested in.
Yeah. Tell you what, could you sit down and draw a bowl of apples and pears?
Yeah.
Draw that 100 times a day.
Really,
they don't want to hear that.
It's really boring. It's really, really boring, but it helps. But like, if the passion is not still there, I mean, I get it. I just want.
No, that's
also.
Fair. I think like the percentage of the kids that take that message make it worthwhile, right? Like. Yeah. My partner's like a comic artist who's like started just drawing anime and started with like drawing anime books, and then eventually it becomes like if you are the one, right? If you are the 1%er, you're the one who like then figures out how to like actually draw the way like a fold of fat hangs under somebody's arm, and you do all that shit, and then you come back to drawing anime really well. It's kind of a time skip happens. It's sort of a power up.
Yeah, much
sort
like
of thing happens.
In One Piece.
Like in One Piece.
Yeah. Where that's sort of like they're learning hockey, maybe, is them learning how to draw other stuff, and their devil fruit power is just their innate drawing ability. But it actually takes learning the hockey during the time skip, which is drawing those bowls of apples and pears.
And they have a good ability. They're just hitting the wall because all they're looking at is anime.
Right.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, like, and how I want to do better at like. This isn't. How funny should we try to be here? Can I just talk about stuff? Okay.
About whatever you want.
I was thinking about how I need to like ingest more primary sources in general, because like I was listening to somebody talk about Hidetaka Miyazaki, who is the Dark Souls Miyazaki, not the Ghibli Miyazaki. And how like he wasn't allowed to play video games when he was growing up, so like all of his shit is like Steve Jackson sorcery and like history books and like old fantasy movies and like fantasy fiction instead of video games that were based on all of those things. So like he's able to come in with like just a different interpretation of something that's not a photocopy of a photocopy. DS1 best game, yeah, I agree for sure. And I need to do more.
What about instead of a sidekick going, hey-yo, they go, hi-ow?
Exactly.
Hey-yo.
Hey-yo.
Hi-ow.
Hi-ow.
On sort of a,
anyway.
I gotta go back.
If they were, you're talking about, I guess you're referencing the Larry Sanders Show?
Well, yes, but also Hayao Miyazaki.
Right. No, I got that, but I got where that was from, but I was making sure the Hayao was from where I thought it was.
Yeah.
Jacob, now you're an artist. Have you tried to draw any of the One Piece characters?
Yeah. Have you ever tried to draw an anime? How'd it go?
I used to draw more kind of superhero kind of stuff, and then I just wanted more like graphic novel kind of just storytelling through pictures kind of things. But then I liked drawing storyboards when I was in film school, but I think I'm just 1 year too old to fully appreciate anime and manga. I love the first season of One Punch Man, and I was when Toonami first came out, I was with Dragon Ball Z for a long time, and then they've been powering up for 1 week.
Yeah,
that's the classic shit. Yep.
I didn't think I liked Dragon Ball when I was a kid because
Dragon Ball
again,
Z was so boring.
to go back to manga, I think if somebody had given me Dragon Ball Z in manga form, I probably would have been obsessed with Dragon Ball in a way that I wasn't able to be because I didn't have the attention span to watch fucking long ass power ups.
Well, Jacob, it was great to talk to you tonight, and all I can ask is that you think about using some of those art skills to draw some One Piece art for the show at some point.
I'd be delighted to, and I'd just like to plug my Instagram,
Please.
Which is at Jacob Y Edwards, at Jacob Y Edwards on Instagram.
Let's go. Great.
And thanks for taking my call.
Take care, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Do you ever draw anime?
No, and I'd say
Would you like to draw some anime on my iPad?
no, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
As much as I'd love to, I would say that kind of everything I've ever done in my entire life has been because I can't draw. If I could draw, I never would have done any of this stuff.
Yeah.
A baseline, all I wanted to do was to be able to draw, and I didn't, so I got into acting, and I got into theater, and I got into comedy, blah, blah, blah. But it's all because all I want to do is draw.
Yeah.
But I can't. I just have no ability for it whatsoever. My littlest stat is too low on it. I literally can't. I can't do it.
That's kind of that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's me with a lot of things. I couldn't act.
Can you draw?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm severely out of practice.
But there was a time in your life where you were drawing.
Yeah. I get back to it every few months, and I'm like, all right, here we go, and then you kind of start again.
Also, that time you invaded Poland. Well, that stat's very high for me.
Yeah. But I can't draw babes. I have a thing where I can't draw because so that's a thing that
you get too shy.
I get too shy.
You start blushing too much.
I'm worried somebody's gonna. I'm worried somebody's gonna see me drawing a babe and they're gonna think I'm a pervert.
Or you sweat so much on the iPad because you get so horned up.
Yeah, the pen shoots out of my hand.
Or shoots out of your head.
Yeah. I used to try drawing babes when I was 14 or 15, and then I was just terrified then.
You were actually scared.
I genuinely scared that somebody was going to see me drawing a babe and wonder what I was doing it for. But
That's
yeah,
that Catholic stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, God would not like you.
I need to learn how. I need to learn how to draw babes. I need to recommit to doing that, and then I think I just can't post them online, because then people will start psychoanalyzing me.
You know who's a great babe drawer?
Who's that?
Our mutual friend Alec Robbins. That guy can
Truly
draw a sexy babe.
Yeah,
I gotta hand it up. Gotta hand it up to the man.
I mean,
show.
Alec has embraced horny, right?
I
As sort of a
love it.
public thing.
The first time I went to Alec's house, I didn't really know that. I knew that he kind of had, but I'm like, oh, this guy's literally just he's nope, I'm just me and my partner are unabashed horny anime people, and I think it's awesome. Truly, it's so cool.
There's a lack of shame there, which is freeing.
Yeah. But I'm too nervous. I'm too shy.
Too scared. I'm sure. Why somebody sees my drawings?
I know somebody's.
What do you draw? Hey, Luke, what are you drawing there?
Or they like the babes, but they're like, you didn't draw this woman right.
Right.
That is what you get in trouble for.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is a animator, and she was telling me once she was working, she was doing something. They were hiring storyboard artists, and she made some joke about drawing hentai. and it was like one of her first jobs, and someone was like, hey, you can't joke about that because like most storyboard artists, I'm not even kidding, their whole side thing is they draw porno.
Yeah, no,
like
that is the money that comes towards our rent, or the rent in my apartment that my partner gives me is mostly from drawing porno.
I mean, it's why wouldn't you really? You know what I mean? It's man. I was watching what are they called? The Japanese shut-ins, hikikomori.
I don't know that.
There's a term for Japanese shut-ins, and I was watching this interview with this guy who made this video game. But in the interview, he was like, "Well, yeah, originally I wanted to be a manga artist, but then I couldn't get any jobs for it, and the only thing I could ever get money for was drawing porno, and I got so sad I had to stop." And I was like, "That's."
Versus, I got in trouble for drawing a stick figure with a dick in preschool.
That sucks.
I mean,
they should be. You go to Montessori school, they're telling you to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Income. Thank you, Jacob.
Very good. Very good.
If you read through the portfolios of every artist working on Disney cartoons, yeah, exactly right, Jello-shin.
Psyduck says, drew a stick figure with giant boobs.
That my mom hung.
That's good.
That's good. Sometimes I would ask my friend to draw me pictures of naked hentai girls when we were
really? Like, yo, that's cool.
We were like 13.
Did he hook you up? Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Nice.
He did.
Nice.
But I was sort of more just like, I mean, I already kind of knew where the real stuff was online. You know what? Me and him would look. The first episode of volume of Dragon Ball has Bulma naked in it.
Yeah.
And we would go into the library all the time and look at it.
They give it away right away. Yeah.
I had no idea.
There used to be these ads that would play, I think like on the Sci-Fi Channel late at night. Back when anime was kind of hard to get over here, and it was just like these collections of VHS tapes, and it was usually like clips from Ninja Scroll, Akira, and I think like what's the blue something. It's like the legitimately very good like psychological horror movie.
Oh, the one that Aronofsky based the shit on.
Yeah. Perfect Blue. Thank you. Yeah. But then there's also a shot in it of like a demon babe from behind, and she had like taken her bra off and she kind of dropped it like that, and it was the most erotic thing I had ever seen. And if I stayed up late enough to see it, I was like,
It's crazy, a world where like that stuff was not readily available. You know, it is wild. It really happened in our lifetime. I think about that all the time. Like last time I went to Las Vegas, and like all the toys they were selling to all the like tourists were all anime toys, like Funko Pops of Goku and stuff.
Yeah.
I would have gone insane if that had been around when I was a kid. It felt like getting anything like that was so hard, and so like felt like this forbidden knowledge or these forbidden items that I could never find, you know?
The coolest shit, and I bet it was like a thing in Southern California too. But I lived in Texas, like south Texas, a couple miles from Mexico, around like the turn of the millennium. And like one of the status symbols that the cool kids had was these like silk Goku shirts. It was so fucking sick that they're all like 4 or 5 sizes too large, sort of blousy, billowy, like silk button down with just like huge pictures of like Super Saiyan Goku or Vegeta on them, and like, you know, Japanese characters and stuff.
Those are pimp. Yeah, Silk Goku shirts. I really do. I would endlessly watch the International Channel because I saw Tenchi Muyo on there a single time. Probably, I know exactly where.
Yeah,
Tenchi Muyo really has a pretty, like, because they showed that one on Toonami, and I was like, that similarly unlocked a horniness in me where I was like, whoa.
Wow.
So the guy can be in a house and insult ladies that want to fuck him? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
First porn video I saw was because my friend's uncle recorded the X-Files finale on VHS, and he recorded over that first half of a porno, but the second half was still there. That's awesome. That's real. That's some extreme uncle coded behavior right there. Ah, shit.
When I was a kid, I didn't. When I again, we talked about raised Catholic, so I'd get very scared if I brushed up against porno on the internet. I think I got I got like a porno banner ad once, and it wasn't even porno. It was just like a lady with her boobs out. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
God is going to see.
Yeah. And then, but I didn't understand the difference between fan art and like official stuff. And I was very like credulous. So like I wanted to know more about Gundam, and I was like, well, it's probably on the website, GundamOfficial.com. They couldn't call it that if it wasn't officially Gundam. And then there was like fan art on there of, it wasn't explicit fan art, but it was like a wedding scene of Katra and Troy getting married. And I was, so they're, one of them's in a nice white suit, one of them's in a nice black suit. So they're getting gay married together. And I was like, this show goes some places, I guess, eventually. Like, this didn't happen in the series, but there must be like another season out in Japan now where Troy and Katra get married. Thank you, Gundam Official.
Thank you, Gundam Official. That's a really beautiful way to look at the world. As you think that there's a couple of things I like about that story, Pat. I like that you're like, that's awesome. You were an ally even then. You're like, fuck yeah, that's so cool. And B, that just the world where if fan art was all official, man. I mean, I wonder what that would look like. Nothing worse than your mom walking in on one the titty downloading line by line over 56K. It's not what it looks like. I remember when I was 12 finding my parents had a physical copy of that Pirates porno movie they made.
Oh yeah.
There's also a version of that that's not porno, but it's the same movie. They just cut the porn parts.
That's fun.
Which is insane. I think I've told this story on the stream, but when I was 12, a guy came to fix our computer.
Yeah.
And he like fixed it, and then he took me aside. It was like down the basement and my parents were upstairs. He was like, "Hey man, I'm not going to tell your parents, but the reason the computer is fucked up is because you keep downloading porno off LimeWire, and I'm not going to tell them, and I'm not going to say anything. But if you keep doing it, I'm going to have to. If I have to keep coming back here and fixing this." And I was like, just silent. He was like, "All right, I'll see you later."
What a great guy.
Yeah.
What a
honestly
fucking,
such a fucking pimp.
Man.
Because you know what? Is it because the worst thing you could do is shame me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, that actually is what fucks up a kid.
For sure, yeah.
Literally just be like, it's all good, you know?
Yeah, but stop or you're going to keep getting viruses.
Though at the same time you go, if you find out, well, no, I could do the same thing. Aren't you supposed to tell a parent of a kid that's looking at porno? No.
I don't think so.
No. Because every kid
if the child is if the kid is talking to somebody on the computer and that person is sending them porno. The porno is sus. Yeah.
But I was just looking at MILF Hunter, so.
Yeah. You were a 12-year-old going straight to MILFs. Going for the advanced material early.
Well, there was this site called 89.com.
Like, if anybody is okay for them to be browsing barely legal, it's you when you're 12.
Yeah,
but going straight to MILF Hunter.
I like this vibe. I was like, I want to be like this guy
skipping a grade. Porno guys used to be so much nastier.
Anyone else have a TiVo back then? Your dad scheduled softcore porn to record, then it would play full blast in the living room in the middle of the night. Oh, that's really funny. Oh my god. I used to wake up also at 6 a.m. to watch the softcore pornography on like Showtime and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't have like those channels, but we did have the channels for like you would get the scrambled pornography.
To like give you a taste almost.
I think like that's, some people think that it was like a false flag operation like that where they intentionally let you see a little bit, but I think it was mostly just the way cable boxes worked back then.
The only thing you could do is scramble it. You couldn't give them not the channel. Yeah. Porno guys are incredibly nasty. Yeah, you go to an anime convention, you see the guys sell the old. I have a visceral memory of going to an anime convention when I was like in middle school, and there were these two old men, white men selling hentai, and I'm like, damn, to be that old and into this, like, you got to be a real fucking pervert, you know? Like, that's real shit. That means you're like going over to Japan in like the late 70s when it's still depressed and like getting buying up hentai and shit.
This Japanese smut.
They were real heads.
That's true.
It was technology. They stopped. I don't think I ever bought physical porno in my life.
Sorry, I know what you mean, but then now I'm thinking about the concept of like mental porno as the opposite of physical porno.
Yeah.
I'm buying mental porno.
Damn, once I come out with mental porno that you can buy through the app in your brain, shit, we're done.
Not a lot of sexual intercourse in One Piece.
There isn't, though. Not a very sexual manga, but a very sexy manga.
Yeah, and very sexually immature too.
Yes, which maybe intentionally, I would say.
Yeah,
it's a real shonen anime in the rawest form. It's really like this is meant for boys under the age of 18. Is Luffy, Arrow / Ace represented well?
So let's talk about this. I think a lot of times the reason characters come across that way is just because
is that asexual?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it becomes too complicated for the author is too shy, and it is too complicated to them to figure out how you can write a male character who has sexuality.
Yes.
Without potentially running into all the pitfalls of a horny dude.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, and then you have like a joke character like Sanji, whose whole thing is that he's like a fucking horny weirdo.
Yeah.
But like characters like Kiryu and Ichiban from like the Yakuza games, who just like they do not have a concept of sex in their brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's like I think part of it is that like the people writing those characters think that this is noble.
Yes.
Or that is an easier way
to make a noble character. There's a chaste warrior thing, I think, a little bit behind it. But I do think you're right. I also think it's just, like, too hard. Like, it is, like, especially if it's, like, okay, a shonen anime where there's a time skip, which is, like, the main thing of most of the big ones of the last, 20 years.
Yeah.
And then to be like, all right, I got to figure out how Naruto hits puberty and how I do that shit, The character who, like, doesn't know the concept of sex is such a...
It's such... I mean, Goku, right? Like, literally, like... does not understand it when people like when other characters like, oh man, wow, so you had babies, huh? And he's like, yeah. And then like, I think in a recent Dragon Ball thing it implies that Goku does not know that the time he put his pee-pee in Chi-Chi, that is what made the baby. Yeah.
That's what's up. I used to work at the Virgin Megastore Shonen Jump. I had a subscription to Shonen Jump. Here's the exception, though, is Naruto has that sexy jutsu. But even that, almost, it's like he doesn't know what it means, but it makes the guys go crazy. Yeah. Real pervert stuff.
But I think you can definitely read him that way, Jello. And it's fun to read him that way.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah. I like how they don't do a thing like a Chi-Chi and a Goku where it's that, but then they're also just like, and he's married, where Luffy is just like, I literally don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I have no idea.
That's really good, Green.
That's really good, Green. God, what a great... Oh, speaking of which, Pat, I have a little gift for you tonight.
Oh, boy.
If you can believe it. A little...
Oh, that's also true, good friend Jake. In a lot of cases, the characters are very young. But I mean, like, fucking Kazuma Kiryu is like 54, and he still has never acknowledged that. Oh, that's a good quote. Jello says, what would you bring to the Straw Hat Crew skills-wise? What would be your angle / gimmick? I was thinking about this today. Not about me, but I was thinking about all the great things that each member of the Straw Hat Crew brings to the formula.
What would be... I mean, my role...
The ship comedian.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, you could sort of do a Brooke thing, except instead of music, you're like making jokes.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, you do.
I subject 9 people to stand-up comedy every night on a ship going across the ocean.
That's so funny. Nobody wants to pay attention.
Yeah, I get pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Straw Hat could always use a media engineer or videographer. That's true. Thank you so much. I think I could. Yeah, I couldn't cook. Couldn't fight.
No.
They already got... I mean, now they have them all covered, too, is the problem. You asked me 15 years ago, I say, maybe I could be the helmsman.
I think maybe they need a... Maybe what... I think this... Yeah, you're right. The Straw Hat Crew is essentially like a leftist socialist commune right now. So what they need is somebody to come in who doesn't know how to do anything, and that person to convince everybody else that they're essential to the operation.
Well,
so like some sort of like middle manager.
Isn't that Usopp, though?
No, Usopp's a sniper.
That is true.
And the first mate. And he took care of the ship until Frankie showed up.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he made Nami's climate baton. And
yep. He's the weapons guy. He's the
and he's God King Usopp, Yeah, fair enough.
Soga King.
Yeah. All right. Soga King. I'd love to be a hench person. I could fight. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for saying that I could fight. Now, Pat, would you be a video essayist? Would that be your role on the ship?
Imagine getting into like the pirate life of freedom, right? Like this world of adventure and shit, like everything that like piracy in pirate fiction represents. Mm-hmm. And then I would be the video essayist.
You're sitting there on the computer.
Yeah.
you're complaining that the internet isn't good enough. The satellite internet isn't good enough on the ship.
Yeah, everyone's going out on adventures, and I'm like, well, tell me about them when you get back, and maybe I can do something about it.
My channel is actually really growing, guys. It's awesome.
I would be the ideas guy on the ship.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They kind of don't have an. Well, I guess Luffy's kind of the ideas guy.
Yeah. Scallywag. They could use a scallywag.
Or a bilger. I'd like to bilge. My only job is to get that water off the ship if it gets.
I mean, to go back to the topic of sexuality, like they could use like a little piggy on there. They could use a guy that they all fuck.
Yeah. A sort of birther, if you will. Yeah. You know when you're working at the art store, how most of the women who come in are entitled older white women who said they were artists because they were bored, but you can't talk about it because they keep the store open? Now imagine if the same thing happened on the ship One Piece. That guy is like, I can stretch my arms. That's good, Jacob. Thank you for writing me that joke. I really do appreciate it. I think Pat would be a fighter. You'd be wrestler coded like Zangief.
That would be. I mean, I guess like if like you got to sort of rebuild yourself for the One Piece universe, that would be fun.
Yeah,
to be like a cool fighter guy. Jinbei always escapes my mind.
What would your devil fruit ability be?
Oh fuck. Okay, so once again, for people who don't watch One Piece or read One Piece,
some of these questions. Some people sent a bunch of questions, and one of them was certainly that.
So devil fruit are they're essentially the things that give people superpowers.
Yeah.
What would my power be? Fuck, okay.
Pussy, know me. It makes me the best pussy eater this side of the East Blue.
Did somebody write that down?
No, that's what I just came up with right now.
I like that.
Thanks.
Coming up with all like the new techniques and like yelling the names of them while you're going down.
Pussy, no. Yeah, that's good stuff, folks. 1,000 lick salute. Something like that.
That would be good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what devil fruit ability. I think zones kind of get or zoans, however you say it, get sort of a bad rap. But I think I would love to be like get the otter know me and turn into a giant fucking crazy ass river otter.
That would be fucking fun.
And I can fucking slide. It's kind of like the ability of the guy that can swim from Dressrosa, who can swim through stuff, but it's me sliding around. I was thinking about being the gardener on the ship would be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, because they got the trees on there, and they don't have anyone officially to take care of them. That would be cool. That'd be a cool role. I think it'd be cool to, like, have, it's like the worry fruit, where it's like you can imagine every scenario, like, instantly, and then, like, use that intel.
Like you could see all the sort of like places.
Yeah, yeah. So like sort of like the ship manager, I guess, would be that would be the role that would go with the worry fruit.
It's like you could see. It's not like you could tell the future, but you could see all the possible.
You can see every single way something could go wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really fight with that though.
No, but you could like make sure that like, you didn't run into like a iceberg or something. Yeah.
That's always the fear on a boat. I like to be a tiny guy on the boat. My devil fruit is to make 1,000 tiny clones, and we do a lot of little tasks as a swarm.
That's fucking fun.
I like that a lot.
I love how fucking loose devil fruit powers are in general.
I know, it's so good.
Like the one where what's his name, the mobster guy.
Who's just a big fucking castle. Yeah,
who can turn into a castle or a tank, but also because he is a castle, the leap of logic there is that he can just invite a person into his body, and then they become a small little guy inside his body.
He also can chill with them. I love that.
Yeah.
Capone Beige. I mean, one of the great guys.
Yeah.
I do like, it's fun rereading it where he's really figuring out what the devil fruits even fucking are at the beginning, where you're like, okay, the second one we see is the chop fruit, which is buggies, and you're like, that feels so crazy. I don't know, it's wild. The worry panic fruit. Young Comic Sans is a fantastic name. That is a good name.
The ship could also use a pastor. Someone to talk to everybody else.
Honestly, Yes.
Make sure they're doing the shipmunk.
The shipmunk. Has Buggy used his hog as a projectile weapon? Unfortunately, no. He has turned into a little card, though. I love that. Who's the hottest One Piece character?
For me, it's got to be Robin.
Yeah. I think it's probably Boa Hancock for me.
Oh, Boa Hancock is great. I like that Robin has a distinctive nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
I really like Robin.
I also like hey, what if I said this? I like all of them.
That's true.
Come on now.
Hottest woman on Family Guy. Great question.
Lois gotta be.
It's gotta be Lois.
Except for the one where Stewie and Brian go to a world where Christianity doesn't exist, and then they see Meg and she's way hotter. That's the only exception to the rule.
Haven't seen that one.
Okay, well, you really should because it's a classic. If all the One Piece characters got into a big free-for-all battle royale, who would win, in your opinion? Oh, wait, also, sorry, let's go to the follow-up to the hottest character. Which one would you ask to join you in the bedroom first before the rest?
I think that's gonna be Robin again, but I would ask very nicely, and I'd definitely sort of feel things out for a while.
If it felt like it was a no-go, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry for even bringing it up, Master.
Maybe Vivi for me. I don't really like Vivi.
Vivi's cool.
Yeah. So now this big One Piece free-for-all royale, who would win, Pat?
And it's all the shipmates fighting.
And Zeke, if you're here, you can follow up. This just says if all the One Piece characters.
If all the One Piece characters.
All the One Piece characters.
I don't know, and honestly, I don't care about that stuff. Like I don't care about power rankings in anime. It's so boring. Like when you get like those podcast clips coming across your feed where it's
this is the one time where it actually proved that Luffy Loki has the most undervalued devil fruit. Do you ever?
Yeah, it's exactly that stuff. Yeah, it's like
that's okay, Jacob. Sometimes it's good to learn about something new, and I hope this comes away with people doing it. Please go ahead.
No, it's exactly that kind of thing. Yeah, it's like I got one the other day. It's like them like finding justifications for how come Luffy only went Gear 5 for a little bit in this last fight? So, like, actually I have some theories as why. It's like, you don't need to have a fucking theory. It's because the story needed him to stop being Gear 5. So he stopped being Gear 5.
He just kind of thinks of it and then it happens.
Yeah.
It's like how anything is written or becomes. It's like there's a famous story of like a guy. You know how Donnie Darko, there's a book that he released with it that was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek, like how it works, like universe thing.
Yeah.
And it's some what is Gear 5?
Oh, we'll get there. Okay.
Yeah. Vertical mammal. Hold on to your horses.
Thank you.
It is funny, Jacob. And he like a guy gets up to him at like a Q&A and is like, so in like chapter 5, line 8 of this. What did you mean by this, and how does this pertain to the story? And the director just goes, yeah, I don't know, man. I like wrote that kind of as a joke.
That rocks.
Base Luffy can't beat Waluigi.
Exactly.
Base Luffy can't beat.
Okay, so Gear is like the.
It's like Super Saiyan kind of.
Yeah, it's like the like power level system that Luffy can move his way up through. In these in the comics. Can I have water too? Yes. Thank you. And so I think Gear 2, you think of it like a car, right? He's shifting gears. So Gear 2 is when he realizes that he can use his rubbery body to pump blood through himself a lot faster, and then essentially just become stronger because he can make his heart beat faster than any normal person could, and his heart won't explode. And then what's Gear 3? Is Gear 3 the one where he can is that Bone Balloon? Yes. Yeah. So Gear 3 is where he realizes that the fact that his bones are also made out of rubber, he can bite into himself and not just make his limbs stretch out long, but make it really, really big.
Yes, by literally blowing air into parts of his body.
Which doesn't make any sense from a physical perspective, but who cares? And then Gear 4 is like his physical transformation into like Bounce Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's like a bigger, buffer version of Luffy.
Yeah. I don't know what Is it like he uses hockey better? Is that what makes it different?
Yeah, it's like I mean, looking at it, it looks like he's just integrated hockey into his
into a full form.
Yeah.
And then Gear 5
fucking rips.
It's so cool. It's basically his Awakened Devil Fruit power and the way Awakenings work in One Piece. And this is pretty heavy spoilers, I will say, but the way Awakenings work with the Devil Fruits is originally you can use your Haki, no, H-A-K-I, not good friend Jake. I know you're Canadian, so I know you're probably thinking about that.
Getting excited.
Oh, well, not quite.
Running up to the computer screen. Hockey.
Oh, not quite. Sorry. And when your Devil Fruit becomes awakened, rather than he can just affect his body's made as rubber, he can make other things into rubber. So he basically turns into a big rubber hose animation cartoon from like the 20s and can make everything into rubber, including his enemies. And it's pimp.
And the world. It's crazy.
It's so cool.
So good. And so I really genuinely, because that is like to me, that is sort of like the spirit of One Piece. Yes. And the reason it's different from a lot of like shonen anime is that in Oda's mind, the most powerful being in the world isn't like Super Saiyan 7 Goku, where he's got like all these layers of cool shit and muscle on him. It's like you get stronger and stronger, and then you become a fucking Looney Tunes character.
Yeah. Because you just like have complete, it's so true. And I think it's also just about, I think it's a perfect embodiment of how the most powerful being is someone who is just like laughs all the time.
Yeah.
It's a very nice anime. I think it's very positive, which is something I really like about it. It's very, it's good vibes, folks. It's good vibes.
It's really good. And again, it is the funniest anime I've ever read.
There are legit panels that make you laugh, ha ha ha, out loud. And not just in the way that you're laughing at something that you know is supposed to be funny, but actually really funny. Yeah. It's great, folks.
It's good shit. Do you have any more One Piece questions?
Wow,
oh, hey, Colt Cabana.
Much.
Speaking
up,
of
Colt?
Professional wrestling.
Welcome, Colt Cabana. Welcome, Raiders. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Are you buds with Colt?
No.
Do you know Colt?
No. I think I've rated him a couple of times.
Okay,
I know.
Hey, Colt.
I know him and Demi are friends.
Demi
is sort of the connection.
Yeah, I've seen Colt wrestle a bunch of times.
Huh?
I've seen Colt wrestle a bunch of times.
I've also seen him wrestle a few times because he's a Chicago guy, and I used to go see
AEW
shit.
Okay,
back
cool.
in the day when I was in Chicago
all
the time. What's up, dude? How's
Hello,
it going?
Colt.
Welcome in. Thanks for the raid.
If you have any questions about the anime and manga series One Piece, this is your chance to ask.
For God's sake, please. This is the time.
Please.
The time is now.
We're talking about One Piece.
This show is this is called Chat Havers, folks. It is a call-in show where I have on comedians and streamers and general funny people. Well, thank you so much, Tugboat Commander, for the 5 tier 1 subs. Different theme every night. Different guest every night. Do it 3 or 4 times a week. And baby, tonight we're talking about One Piece. Well, you know what? But let's just say you can call in about whatever the fuck you want to at the same time.
Will Luffy find the One Piece? That's a great question. And you can also ask questions in the chat.
Please. If you don't want to call in, you can also throw out anything in the chat.
I would be way too shy to call into a call-in show.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Unless it was like somebody who I had met like 5 or 6 times.
Is One Piece a gun? That's a really good question.
It's a good question.
I don't think One Piece is a gun.
From my cold.
I don't think it's an NRA thing. I think it's more of like a concept. It's a concept of. I think you actually said it really well. The One Piece is the yearning for adventure at the heart of all good things.
That's right.
Colt doesn't know about anime. I can't say I'm very surprised by that, considering he asked if One Piece was a gun.
He looks like he could pick something kind of heavy up off the ground.
Welcome off Go Off Kings Raiders.
Uh-oh.
Is Cock Piece and One Piece the same or different?
Cock Piece.
You know, I bet there's art online that really blurs those two. Like if I was going to make a horny comic. What's up, guys? Yeah, Pat, your song was extremely good.
Thank you. I had to go Stefan mode when I was recording it because like I got really shy about like actually singing, and then I was like, what if I just did this the way Stefan would?
Yeah. That's the shit. That's the guy talking about Slimer. I really, call Google Cock Piece.
Hollywood Zap. Yes, there is. So not in the manga, but I've seen the screenshots from the One Piece anime of the one where there's a guy who's like Minoru Suzuki.
Thank you so much, Rally, for the 4 tier 1 subs. Much appreciated. What did you say?
There is a one of the filler episodes for the anime series features a guy who either is Minoru Suzuki or looks exactly like the professional wrestler Minoru Suzuki. And I think Suzuki loves One Piece.
Really?
Yeah,
and that's like why he wrote it for him. That's why Oda put him in.
Probably, yeah. And I think one Suzuki's like entrance theme is about like being a pirate and shit. Maybe, I don't remember.
Would you rather have One Piece or World Peace? Well, I mean, what's so amazing, Colt, is what is a golden Kappa train? I've never seen that before. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
They're always adding fucking random ass shit to this website.
Yeah, hey, that's a moment.
Vertical Mammal, thank you so much for the tier 1
thank
sub.
You,
Golden Kappa, yo, we hit the Golden Kappa tier. Yes, dude. We got the Golden Kappa scream. Yes. Would I rather have Golden Kappa or Golden Shower? It's so hard to say because one is, both are so incredible, but one is an incredible new way that us, the streamers, can interact with the Twitch website and the viewers can get in on it too. Now, Pat, isn't that cool?
I'd rather get pissed on.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dumbshit, for the 500 bits. Thank you so much, Peasant Mindset. And thank you so much, Bogan Brew. Wow,
oh, good question. Is Luke 5'11" or 6 foot?
Is Luke 5'11" or 6 foot? Thank you so much, Surplus Value Theory. Wow, everybody's being so nice. Too nice, even. It's almost like they want something. Am I 5'11" or 6 foot? Neither.
Are you shorter?
I'm 5'10".
You're 5'10"?
Yeah. How tall are you? You're
taller. I'm like 5'10" or 5'11", I think. Yeah.
I think of you as... You said something... Did you say this, that you assume everyone is taller than you if you respect them?
Yes.
I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
I want that Luke pussy. Thank you so much for that. I really love that. Is Luke's name Lou Cook? Is that a wrestler?
I don't know, actually. So here's the thing about Colt.
You can talk about
from listening to Colt on various podcasts and stuff. Colt knows an unbelievable amount about professional wrestling. And that's not a thing that you can take for granted with wrestlers, right? Like some people just start doing it. Colt knows a lot.
Wow.
So I bet Colt could tell us about a wrestler called Lou Cook.
Yeah, the scale's a little. We're not gonna get into it. Lou Cook.
Lou Cook.
Let Lou cook.
Lou Cook.
Let that boy cook. Let that Lou cook. Oh yeah, and you can also use channel points to make shit appear on the screen, like those people walking across the screen right now.
That's really cool. So you're running Unreal Engine right now on there? Are you running it on your stream machine, or do you do a two PC setup there?
So Lou Cook mixed together just sounds like Luke.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But is that a guy? I guess that still doesn't answer the question. Is that a guy? Excuse me. Yeah, so I've got Unreal and vMix on this computer, and then it goes over a SDI cable to that computer that just streams it out.
Cool.
There you go, folks. Lou Cook. Let the boy cook. Let the Lou cook. I bet that's a guy. I feel like it has to be a guy.
There was another One Piece question in there that I feel like we should.
I know. Why aren't those fucking working now? What the fuck? So only some of them are working.
Your shit's all fucked up.
And an Elgato deck to boot. Yes, that's right. We've got all quite. Yeah. Let's get back to the fucking One Piece thing. Dane Cook. Yes.
How was the rest of the Ghostbusters stream?
How is Dane Cook's new special? Does anyone know? I want to suck that skeleton. Me too, brother. Okay, this is interesting. How is it that Tamashii Nations is so good at making figure arts, even ones that represent real people, but fully drop the ball on live action Nami?
What the fuck?
It's pretty crazy.
What the fuck? That
is
doesn't
it true
look good.
that Luffy can't swim, never comes up, despite the whole show taking place on water? I mean,
it comes up.
Especially at the beginning, but then they kind of, Lou Brock is a baseball player. That sounds familiar. Baseball is something I know a little bit about. I want to see. Do you like baseball at all?
No. Well, I mean, I like it, but I don't follow it or go to it. But I like going to a baseball game.
Have you been to a Dodgers game?
I have not been to a Dodgers game.
Really fun.
Do they do the I Love LA there?
I love LA. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I want to go that for sure. Yeah.
It's extremely fun, and it's and. What is your question, Slinky? What is it? And it's also they just signed the best player maybe that has ever played baseball to the Dodgers.
Really?
Who is this man?
Babe Ruth?
Ohtani.
Oh, Ohtani. I've heard about Ohtani.
So he's on the Dodgers now. He's a pitcher and a hitter, and he's supposed to be amazing, and I really, really want to go see him play. I hope the tickets aren't $1 million. But Dodger Stadium's also like the third biggest stadium in the country, so it never really sells out ever.
Okay, cool.
The Dodgers are good.
Where is it?
It is in Echo Park.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's close.
Yeah, it's literally in the park. Like, it's if you just go north up one of the streets in Echo Park, you just get to Dodger Stadium.
Okay, cool.
Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck you, dude. Otani's boy gave me some good DraftKings tips. Yeah. See, but I don't know if I'd take his tips, man, because it seems like he wasn't doing so good with it, you know? I just heard the tickets are going to be 1.1 million.
Oh,
Incredible.
no.
His Trailblazer bet over 300 million over the last couple of years. It wasn't 300 million, was it? It was like 4 million, I think, though, which is a lot of not your money to gamble secretly. It was 300 million? No. Really?
That rocks. I went to a baseball game with my friend Derek once back in Maine. We used to go to the Portland Sea Dogs, which was maybe like a AA team.
Yeah. Those are fun because they're cheap and they give you stuff for free.
And then at some point when I was like in high school, we became the farm team or like the rehabilitation team for the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. So we got to see Big Pappy David Ortiz come out and play the laziest game of baseball I have ever seen and get the biggest fucking reaction for it. Oh! Like he simply like just like sort of shambled out there and everyone's like, yeah! I don't even know if he hit anything.
God damn. Was it just sort of to keep him warm kind of a thing?
He was coming back off an injury.
Gotcha. So he was really, why would he waste it all?
Yeah. But it was fucking, sloppy dong nose. But so yeah, I was at this baseball game with my friend Derek, and his outfit used to be black t-shirt, black Dickies button down over it, and black shorts. Mm-hmm. And he was eating a funnel cake that was just completely covered in powdered sugar. Uh-huh. And so he did cough into it. It fucking rocked because he was just like, like that scene in Hard Boiled when they're rolling around in the flour.
That's really good.
It was good.
When I was in Korea, I went to a KBO game. Tickets were $7, include a hot dog and beer.
Fuck.
That's awesome. God.
That rocks.
It's really fun to go to any sort of sporting event that isn't one that makes $1 billion fucking dollars because they give you so much free shit. I used to in Chicago go out to a AAA game by the airport all the time, and it was so fun. The major leaguers buy a huge food spread for the team when they rehab. It's fun. That is fun.
That's nice.
Really nice.
That's really nice.
Have y'all been to the One Piece Mall in Japan? Brother, I fucking wish.
Bro, I would love that.
I wish I had been to the goddamn One Piece Mall. Well, that's nice.
Hey, thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, Patrick's also a streamer in his own right, for God's sake.
I haven't streamed for, I stream like maybe once every few weeks at this point, but it's fun. Yeah.
And you're on a bunch of streams as well. You and Charlie have been streaming a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For God's sake, you're on DBJ stream. You were playing Dark Tide near yesterday.
It was fun.
I still want to know what the fuck a Golden Kappa train is.
I kind of gave up on even knowing.
I've never One Piece, but I will still have fun. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that.
What is the One Piece Mall though?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got to imagine it's what it sounds like.
Cool.
A big fucking mall of One Piece.
There was in my neighborhood, right when I was leaving New York, a new
it's a rare hype train where you get the Golden Kappa emote for 24 hours. Dude, that's awesome. So everybody that participated gets the Golden Kappa emote?
Well, that's going to make me want to say, hang on. So if there's a chance of that happening every time I raid, I'm going to keep going along on raids, and I'm going to keep spending time on Twitch.
And I'm going to keep giving gift subs to every single streamer every single night, every single time I watch.
That's right.
Just in case there's a Golden Kappa train.
Yeah.
Damn, my first Golden Kappa train. Well, I just lost my Golden Kappa virginity on Twitch, Pat. Unfortunately. Hunter x Hunter's great, folks. I mean, I'm not talking shit on Hunter x Hunter. I don't even really know what a Kappa is. That's what a Kappa is? Is that the guy who's racist that got canceled and they had to change the
No. That was the PogChamp guy. Yeah. He was like a fighting game guy who like went like full crypto fascist.
Yeah.
Gutex, yeah, that guy. The pog like pogging like is still fun to do. So
yeah, fat ass white girl. Here's the One Piece Mall.
Oh, sick! All right,
Mugiwara store.
That's nice. It's in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. Right before I left, a new Japanese grocery store and like snack store opened up. Ooh. And it had a really, really bad One Piece mural painted on the outside, and I liked it a lot.
That's really funny. Congratulations!
Hey,
Jacob.
congratulations!
You never even made it. Even one NFT. Was it like a chain, or was it like some guy started a sort of weeaboo store?
It wasn't even a weeaboo store. It was like straight up like some Japanese people opened up like a store where you could buy like Japanese snacks and like onigiri and stuff. Like, you know, clearly mostly selling to like white people and Polish people in Greenpoint. Yeah. But like, yeah.
I always get Fort Greene and Greenpoint. Which one's by the Barclays Center?
That's Fort Greene.
Yeah, that's the one I know. Drawfee also started talking about a Japanese bodega in Brooklyn pretty recently.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of them. There's the best one that I went to was Midoriya, because the people who work there are so fucking nice, and it was like completely unpretentious, right? Like there was no like anime stuff out front to like come into our Japanese store and buy our Japanese wares. It was just like, no, this is the shit that you need if you want to
make Japanese food and like be There's a big, Mitsuwa, that chain.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
There's a few out here. There was a giant one outside of Chicago we would go to all the time that had I went to Little Tokyo just last weekend. Speaking of which, Pat, this is the gift I wanted to give you. This is a keychain with Asu on it. Is the trading card game as a keychain that I got from a Bandai Gacha machine in Little Tokyo last
Thank
week.
you very much.
Yeah, no
I like that. I like that.
Why do manga books go backwards but anime movies go forwards? Well, because they don't look at time as left to right. We don't really look at time as left to right, do we? It kind of just goes. So there's no concept of forward or backwards when it comes to left and right.
Yeah.
I think the next sub goal is going to be Family Guy night.
No, but hang on. That would be fun.
I want to do Family Guy night.
In a manga. All right, remember Lord of the Rings, the film Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson?
Yes, I know that film.
How pretty much any time they're making progress in that movie, they are moving from left to right. Like when you imagine in your head they're running over the mountaintops to get where they're going, they're moving from left to right. In One Piece, are they going from right to left a lot more? I know in the opening part when they're sailing, they are going from right to left.
Yeah, well, it's interesting you would say that because something I learned at like literally theater school is when you're doing blocking, when you have a character walk from left to right, it shows that they are powerful. And when they walk from right to left, it shows they are weak in the Western conception. And it's just, I think, because we associate the movement to go from left to right. Do you think Kobe's going to be Fleet Admiral at the end of the series and also the Marines will rebrand as the Woke Marines?
The Woke Marines, yeah. Honestly, they're going to become the They-Them Marines.
Yeah. Y'all, and Helmet Poe is going to be one of the damn admirals. Okay. Honestly, Oda isn't great at drawing action, so it's often unclear what's happening, especially during fights. I
kind of agree.
I think what he's really good at is drawing punctuation, like moments where someone's getting punched really hard.
And he doesn't do it enough.
And it's always amazing when it happens, especially when it's like people are talking and then Luffy punches a guy. Is a joke that happens literally dozens of times throughout the series, and it's so good. But sometimes you're seeing Sanji do like a windmill kick and you have no idea what is going on. Yeah. And I have to sit there for like 5 minutes literally trying to figure out where someone's head is.
Yeah. And then like, I definitely agree that's why like when I'm like pitching people on One Piece, I'm never like, it's the best action manga. No. It's like, it's the funniest manga. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of Sanji's posing is really good. Like in certain moments where like you'll see him like winding up for a kick, right? And he's got like that awesome like continuous line of his like big legs going right into his shoes and stuff. Yeah. And it's just like a big beautiful black shape like flipping around.
The same thing of like the wind up and then the connect, but it's the movement that he just is like can't ever really get right.
And it's like it is very much just like action figures bouncing off of each other. Yeah. I think part of me realizing that is like I've been reading a ton of Baki lately.
Yeah, what is Baki? You and DJ have both been talking about it.
Baki is insane.
It's a guy who likes fighting.
Yeah, it's a guy who likes fighting. It's JoJo without magic, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm a big JoJo head.
Yes, our friend DBJ was pitching me on actually reading the JoJo manga, so I might actually do that.
Interesting. I read the back because I watched through what was out, and then I read what. I think that Steel Ball Run Part 7 of JoJo's is like my favorite
DBJ was saying the same
maybe
thing.
ever.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing because it's about it's about a race across America.
Oh, that's a great pitch. That's
it's
a great
really
concept,
good.
yeah.
It's a 1800s. Yes, the art in the manga gets a little better and it gets a little more refined and it gets closer. But so the whole thing is it's literally a horse race across America in the 1800s. And the creator just took a shit ton of train trips across the U.S. and like made drawings of things he saw and liked along the way. So it's like very inspired. Like he did a ton of research about like what makes America beautiful in a way that's like very cool.
I would love to see that.
Have I thought about One Piece Crocs?
Oh yeah, I was looking at those the other day. Okay. But yeah, so the thing with Baki is that like a lot of manga and anime are about like fighting in like an abstract way where it's like these characters fight. Baki is like very, very much about fighting in a granular way, but also like the artist who draws it. First of all, he draws like a freak. His drawings look like Tom of Finland drawings.
Who's Tom of Finland?
Tom of Finland was like a gay erotica artist in like this, I think like the 50s through 70s, maybe 80s. But have you ever seen like one of those like ultra? You would recognize a Tom of Finland drawing if you saw it.
Okay,
Google it.
Tom of Finland.
It's like insanely detailed, like perfectly shaded, like round buff dudes in like leather gear.
Wait, so
Tom of Finland.
Tom of Finland?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. 100%.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Itagaki kind of draws his guys a little bit like that.
Cool.
But then like the way he draws fights is he fully has the choreography of the fight mapped out in his head. So rather than like Zoro flying, swinging his sword, then you see the other guy go flying. Like you see like, okay, punch to the stomach, and then the next panel is like, oh, and he reels backwards. So like then he like hits him in the shin, right? Like it's like full
the fight
combos.
choreo is important.
Yes, yeah. And it's pretty much most of just what the manga is, just you watching these fights unfold. That's funny. Yeah, Skip says Itagaki draws humans the way we draw dinosaurs. Yes, that is also true.
DBJ described him as like a crazy person drawing.
Oh, he's a crazy person. Yeah.
The Baki author did a manga called Make Upper.
Yeah.
Very good. It's a makeup like Baki, but about a makeup artist.
I need to see that. I need to find that. I haven't found a place to read that yet.
The best fighting manga is Chihaya Furu. I don't ever even heard of that. The best fighting manga / anime is Chihaya Furu. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Now here's the question, Pat. Halfway through the show, we usually do a segment. And the segment tonight, kind of tongue-in-cheek, was that I was going to make everybody, including you and the audience, one by one, look at my favorite One Piece cards I own.
Can we do it?
I think we should still do it, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
So this Chiha...
it's about a card game. Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it's about a card game.
So here's how this segment is going to work. Now, we've got the segment, boom. So I got this little camera here. Peek behind the actor's studio.
You can see how weird I'm sitting when you hold it like that.
Oh man, that sucks. I have to do something. Oh man, I have to do something I was gonna do ironically as a joke, but I guess now I'm just gonna have to do it all fucking normal and like we're just gonna have to look at them. I use a Charlotte Pudding Hollow card as a bookmark. Well, that's a great card, Blue Tavern, and it's not worth that much. So it's good that you didn't. It's good that you're not using something that's worth more. Now, how this is going to work, Pat? There actually is a. Do you want me to
hold the camera for you?
No, I kind of like this.
Okay.
Maybe in a little bit, but for now, no. Now, Pat, how this is going to work is I'm going to show you cards, and you're going to tell me whether that makes you like me more or less as a person. The fact I own it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So this is really good. Cards are functionally just little guys, and that's cool. Thank you so much. So first we've got, we're going to start off with a banger here. This is a Shanks card that I got very recently. I pulled it from an OPO1 pack that I spent $20 on. The packs are very overpriced right now.
Yeah.
In Little Tokyo, and it's worth less than that, but I still really like it.
Did you need it for a deck, or did you just want it?
I just liked the card, and I pulled it from a pack, and I put it in the front of my binder because I really liked it.
Cool.
So does this card make you like me more or less as a person? Like, do you think it makes us closer as friends or less close?
I think that's a positive. That's a good one.
Positive.
Yeah.
One. All right.
I think I Shanks is like, I don't want to say he's boring, but like he's a good man. He's a good guy, and the fact that you would be attracted to him among all of the other freaks in One Piece means that you respect the fundamentals.
Yes, that when men are conventionally handsome. When men are conventionally handsome, that's when I respect them. Now, here's an interesting one that I'd like to show you that I really like. This is one of the newest cards in the game, and I actually have 3 of these. You can show these. It's not Uda. I know you like Uda. I've got some Uda cards for you later, but this is Hody Jones, a character that I like, but a lot of people don't like the Fishman Island arc. I say, fuck you. Hody Jones is interesting. It's what if a guy wanted to kill so bad he basically started doing drugs all the time. And
Hody,
maybe.
Yeah.
Arlong, but less of a character behind him.
Yeah, and he's like the main villain of the Fishman arc, right?
Yes, and then he becomes old. Grace Freud's favorite One Piece character. Yes, Grace has not read the series though, and is just playing the cards, and so she doesn't really know anything about it. So just kind of like pulls things out of her ass. Like Hody is my favorite character, which is bullshit. But
I'm not crazy about Hody, but it doesn't change the way I feel about you.
Well, thank you. Oh, and let's look at this. Now, this is what I really like. Really like this is Kazuki Oden. This is Kazuki Oden right here. And this is a beautiful... I mean, I like the style of this. You can see he's got Enma, his beautiful sword. The other one. What do you think about this card, Pat?
It's a little busy, but I like it because it's maximalist, but so is Kazuki Oden.
Yes, exactly right. And does it make you like me more or less as a guy?
I think that you've chosen a flawed concept here, unless you're about to show me some really twisted stuff, because none of this is going to change the way I feel about you.
I'm going to show you one.
Okay.
Pell. I mean, you're going to sit here and say the alt art for Pell, the guy who turns into a falcon from the Arabasta arc, that he makes you like me more as a guy. Seriously? You're going to go on the record and say that?
Again,
Pell.
I'm not going to say more or less.
At best, it's neutral.
Best neutral, yeah. Pell is sad because his character would have been so good if he had died.
Does he not die? I don't really.
No, they bring him back. He's fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he could have been good. Koala. Yeah, we got a Koala. Started One Piece last July and just hit Wano. I just got a new one of these. Thank you. Shout out to the good people at Elgato. Let's see that exclamation point Elgato in the chat. Yes, this is the new Elgato MK2. If you like what you see, you can order your own using the link below and use the promo code to get 5% off at checkout. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Isn't it pretty cool? Look at that. Look how fast it tracks focus. Just that fast. It's like there's no... I mean, you don't even see it. What if instead of One Piece, it was one piece of poop?
Hey,
ban that
can
user.
We do
ban that user.
Can we do the shot, the opening from the Warriors?
What is the opening of the Warriors?
It's just the woman's mouth very close to a microphone from the side.
Hey, I'm basically I fucking love One Piece, and I can't wait to show Pat all my new cards.
Cool.
So Warriors, if you are hearing this, this is an all...
God, I love that movie so much.
Really good
Warriors, this is the one who's like, this is an all-hands bulletin where everybody in New York City is about to fight. All right. Now, I know what the answer is going to be, but take a look at this Tony Chopper here.
Oh,
this is a promotional card
Tony.
from the One Piece gift collection last Christmas, and this is...
More. I love that.
I mean, look at this guy.
I'm so impressed.
Beautiful.
So
That's
cute.
a beautiful card.
Very nice.
That's a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Clopsy. All right. Let's keep going here. No, I really like this Usopp one. I'd like to show you it. It's when he's running through the village and lying.
Yes,
the pirates are coming.
He's telling
everybody
that the pirates are coming.
How many cards do you reckon you have? I have quite a bit, but I've mostly bought singles because the cards are too expensive.
I think Usopp is great.
I do too. I really like Usopp. I hope they release an Usopp leader.
I do. I feel like both Usopp and real One Piece talk time. I feel like both Usopp and Sanji have stagnated in terms of like what they do for the dynamic, and they need to get a new thing.
I think that there's an argument that every single character in the entire Straw Hat crew has stagnated except for Luffy and Zoro kind of by exception.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I think, okay, we're in Egghead. By the way, we're in Egghead, folks. So if you don't want to hear about Egghead, turn off now or leave the stream on, but turn it on silent because you know we need the views.
Hang on. So if you're going to be doing like One Piece like analysis and theories, I'm going to make you vertical so you can break this out for YouTube Shorts later.
The 10 times that Oda actually messed up a little bit when we started the Egghead arc, and yet Frankie, who studied his Vegapunk's lab for 2 years, didn't.
Okay.
Wait, we'll get.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. We'll get this after. Yeah, we'll get this. Thanks.
You know
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get him in the end. He studies him, and then we're not even basically using Frankie at all. Nico Robin, also, we're not really using that much. I understand that she had her. I think they all have a big arc, but I think that most of the crew isn't used that much anymore.
Yeah. Right? Now we'll get my stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Can you say something like, that's crazy?
That's crazy.
Let's clean. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah. And he turns into Evil Boxy Boo? That's crazy. Cool.
All right. Thank you. That's great, Pat. They all kind of fade into this stew. Okay. All right. Well, now we got, I want to show you these. You're going to really like these. These are the 2 Uda alt arts I have.
Ooh, Uda. Oh, boy.
This.
I mean, that one's hitting for me.
These are really
I'm sorry.
good.
I'm sorry.
Now, one thing that the One Piece... Now, here's the thing, folks. One thing I don't like about the One Piece card game is that they're all arts for the leaders, of which I'm going to show you 2 now. These are the 2 most expensive cards I own.
No, not good. Bad. Both of these are actually bad.
It sucks. They just say, we're going to do portraits.
Yeah.
And they suck.
I mean,
I don't understand why.
They're not especially detailed.
They're literally just portraits. I really don't understand it because everyone else, literally, when you gets these cool alt art, like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this Sanji alt art. Look how fucking sick that is.
Fucking 8 mode.
Look how cool that is.
He looks like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card there.
Did you see this card? Look at this card. Look at this card. This card worth probably $20. This card over $200.
Ugh.
That's why it's in a fucking plastic case. But I don't like this card, folks.
Shit.
I know, and they should have done an NL art where they used a face, but.
No, the face, yeah. One Piece, sorry, yeah. Oda draws some of the best, like, comic shocked faces I've ever seen.
No, I love this Rob Lucci card. Thank you. I mean, it's very pretty. I do like that. Luke, you should get a beard lineup. Keep it to yourself, Tanner.
Do something about that hairline, too.
You know what? Here's what I'll say. You're not often seeing this angle on a guy ever. So why don't you leave me a fucking alone about this shit? All right. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Now these are cards I really like. Charlotte Katakuri.
Ooh, Charlotte Katakuri.
And I don't even want to talk about how much these cards is because these are the cards where if I tell Katie how much I spent on them, I think she'd get real mad.
She'd get in trouble. I mean, you do have 3 of them. Why do you have 3 of them?
Play set because I play a young Katakuri deck.
Right.
And I need them sometimes, but not in the newest meta. Don't even get me started. Yeah, you don't have any questions on Tanner. Okay. Yeah. Luke spent all his Mountain Dew sub money on One Piece cards. Probably about the same. Now, this is a good one. This is Momonosuke. This is alt art. So you can see I have a lot of these. These I just pulled from packs. But then this one is the alt art, and now this is very cool. So Pat, does this card make you like me more or less?
Again, I really don't care.
Yeah, totally.
But I like the card. So Momonosuke is the little kid grown up.
Odin, yes, at the end of Wano.
Yeah,
where he does the time skip thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Which I think is a very crazy thing that happens in the series. It's very weird where it's just an 8-year-old boy. Becomes an adult man, and they don't really deal with what that means. Or
oh, right, yeah, he just kind of does
crazy.
It. I mean, yeah, just skips all the developmental stuff.
Yeah. One piece of poop card game new pitch.
One piece of poop.
If I see the words "one piece of poop" in this fucking chat one more time, you're getting timed out for the night. Don't say that shit. Yeah. They used his How did he time travel?
Did he use the same thing that like
his mom had that ability?
Right.
But how did he get that ability? Shinobu's power. Oh, right. He doesn't time travel. He just gets made older. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Would either of you wear a turn of the century One Piece swimsuit to the beach?
That's what I already wear. Yeah. One piece of shit. Okay.
Nasty. Let's find something you wouldn't like, Pat. Well, this is gonna be hard in this.
Now here's a good one from Stanktron. They say, somebody said One Piece is what's left in the pizza box after I'm done with it.
Somebody said. You mean like you said it, or what do you mean somebody?
Somebody said.
It was so funny when Oba and Shinobu get all mummified so she could be hot again. Yeah, that was nice. And I like these. So these are the energy cards, Pat. You're gonna want to take a look at this. We're gonna want to zoom in on
energy
that.
cards.
So this is cool. These are Dawn cards.
Yeah, these make me fucking hate you. I gotta go.
I mean, these are fucking. I mean, this is scenes from the manga. Take a look at this one. This is really good. This is really good.
No, these are good. Yeah, these are all cool.
Yeah. So all of these kind of make you like me more, not less, or neutral.
Yeah. Again, like I don't really care about this.
You don't care about them? I thought you cared. What do you mean you don't care about them, Pat?
I mean, they're just. You picked a bad rubric, like.
But what do you mean you don't care about them?
No, I care about them,
but they don't. I mean, but don't. I mean,
it's even hard for me to. It is even hard for me to pretend that the cards that you have would change the way I feel about you.
Okay, how about this though? Hand of God.
Yeah.
Hand of God. If we point to some of these cards.
Yeah.
And I ask you, Pat, does this make you respect me more or less owning this card? Respect. We're not talking about care. We're not talking about love. Respect.
Respect.
Because I think some of these cards, like these 3 Charlotte Katakuris, both about $80 each, these should make you respect me less. I should not have bought those.
This is like your version of like coming through the slums with your gold watch chain on and stuff, and like you're looking to maybe recruit me to do some runner work for you.
Yes.
Yes. No. So okay. Yeah. No. To be fully honest, it is making me It's.
Don't be too honest though.
It's giving me like something between like admiration and suspicion, where it's like
there's too many of them.
Yes, there's a lot of them, and it's like.
And this is just the super rares.
And it's like. It's like we're in the studio with all this nice gear, and it's kind of making me wonder like where's the money come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I do. Here's what I'll say.
Uh-huh.
It makes me respect you a lot that you have a hobby that you like investing time and money in, and that you clearly care about it, and that you're having fun with it, and that is a thing a lot of adult men don't have in their lives.
You know, that's kind of why I got that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that is beautiful because I'm so glad you said that. Because I think that is why I liked it, because it's bringing me back to being a kid and playing trading card games again, and I'm really finding such joy going to tournaments with friend of the show Alec Robbins, Grace Freud, Mike Ginn, having a lot of fun getting my ass beat by 22-year-olds that somehow I think I've spent a lot, and then they have a full decks that are worth thousands of dollars, and I go, which political interest funds?
Psyduck says, Luke, did you turn your mic off? Let's do a quick test.
No.
No.
I see it working. I think I was just sort of rambling on so much, I kind of lost the thread of what I was talking about. All right, we got a call coming in, Pat, if you can believe it.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Hey, y'all. It's Tanner.
What's up, Tanner?
Hi, Tanner.
Well, tomorrow in my theater class, I have to be a clown.
Are you? How do you feel about that?
Well, I have to have
pretty easy, right, man? You already a fucking clown the way you acting.
Come on, don't be mean.
I'm lashing out because of the thing you said about the pizza.
I'm gonna be the good guy here. Hey, come on, man! Don't talk to your audience like that.
Everything must you. Okay, what's up, Tanner?
Luke, you're the biggest clown of all.
You coming at me for my cards and shit, man.
Okay, anyway, my sketch that I wrote is about a clown that's trying to put on a tie, but he can't do it.
Okay.
That sounds like some classic clown.
Yeah, that's not what a sketch.
So
that's not a sketch.
Very simple.
Though. A sketch is like sweaty balls or like substitute teacher on Key and Peele. That's just like a funny moment.
Well, I'd hold your tongue until you'd seen what I'm about to pull out.
Sorry, I'm framing you like
frame me up.
like Doflamingo.
You
Go
know,
ahead,
I
sorry,
don't
go
know
ahead.
what that is.
No, yeah, that's a One Piece thing. Please tell us about your idea.
Only One Piece heads will know.
So the tie is gonna choke me, of course. The tie will simply, I'll put it on wrong. I'll put on the tie upside down and then go, oh, the instructions are upside down, and flip around the instructions. These are just a few of the jokes I've written for the...
I got a pitch. Be led around by the tie. Like the tie is pulling and it's like as if you're pulling it, but somehow like you're, you know, like another guy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, whoa, like you're being led around by the tie.
That's kind of what I was doing. Like at one point the tie kind of comes alive and, you know, I get like led around and choked by it and I have to kind of punch it until it dies.
I think you should also, it should go in your mouth. That's funny.
That could be.
Well, the end of the bit is me ripping up the instructions and getting frustrated, and then just realizing, okay, I'm just gonna stuff it through the neck of my shirt and bring it out, and then I'm like, oh, that kind of works, and then I walk off. And it got, I think that would get a laugh.
Wait, can you say that one more time? I kind of disassociated for a second. I don't really know why, but say it one more time.
Yeah, that's all right, man. That's all right.
No. The Tanner's gonna pull the tie up through their shirt and then be like, good enough, I guess, and then walk off. I think was what I heard there.
That's only gonna work if you really commit to it, dog. If you half-ass it at all, they're gonna sense the fear.
Yeah, well, we're talking about this is the least half-assing class of all time. This class of students is students that will go for the hills and do anything. So I have a lot to go up against. I think.
Is that serious or are you kidding?
I'm serious. During our warm-up activities, without being asked, they will throw themselves on the ground in the loudest way possible and like crash on the floor doing like crazy falls in a way that makes our teachers so uncomfortable.
Yeah, here's the thing. They're filling up wrestler talk here. They're filling up their bump cards right now. They're going to have a spectacular career, but they're going to get up to 54 years old or something like that. They're not going to be able to get pension, not be able to get retirement. You're going to still be going.
Damn right.
Yeah, because I'm conserving all this energy. My tie performance is about to be extremely subtle and collected.
I do think it does really sound like some good classic clown shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you think so?
Yeah, I do. No, legitimately, like the some of those early bits you were describing is like, yeah, that is something a clown would do.
And hanging yourself at the tie would.
Okay, perfect. That means I'll probably get the A.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it would play in a full room
the choking
full of
stuff.
SJW college students, but you know, I'm not saying that
I could do a thing.
Fine, I'm just saying, you know,
they'd probably teach Common Core clowning there.
Yes.
Or critical race clowning.
Critical clown theory.
Yeah, this class is my diversity intensive.
That's awesome.
The ending, like
I was thinking if I could also do like if I'm going a little darker clowning, I could do a thing with the tie where I'd put it in like my closet door and I tie it around my neck and I jack off with it on.
No, okay. Here's an idea. Can I pitch you a thing where like, and you I know that you already have this in the works, and I don't want to throw a bunch of screws into your bolts or whatever the expression is, but
dude,
like
it's totally fine. You're free to do whatever.
Okay, cool. A thing where the clown sort of accidentally discovers autoerotic asphyxiation over the course of the thing. So like, you're tying knots and you accidentally like. First of all, you accidentally get it tied around one of your wrists, and then it gets tied around your neck, and then you accidentally like sort of like tie your hand to your dick area, and as you're like, it creates like a lever where you move one of them, and it sort of chokes you, and also like pulls your hand up onto your dick, and you start realizing like, oh, this feels kind of good.
But you can't tell if it's because of that.
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
While the tie is choking me, and I'm struggling and trying to get it off, my groin is rubbing against the corner of the table through the struggle.
Okay. And yeah. That's a simpler way to pull it off, I think. Yeah.
Grace, you've been calling a lot more actively on the phone, though. I mean, you got to see that that's what's happening. I mean, you can get in next, but we're talking about how to punch up Tanner's clowning bit. Tanner?
Yeah, Grace, I'm sorry, but step back in line. We're actually working through something right now. But you are a writer, so if you have some suggestions in the chat, you being a writer, you could. So we're trying to do this clown bit for my theater class tomorrow that I needed to prepare in the past weeks, where I am struggling to put on a tie. I have to be a clown tomorrow, and my prop is a tie.
Are you gonna wear any funny makeup or anything?
No makeup. She made sure to give say oh, like Michael Scott's a bit of a clown, and like everyone's kind of a clown.
Yeah.
He is kind of.
And you know some of the politicians we've been seeing lately as well.
Yeah.
Dude,
do you have Norton antivirus?
And nobody's fucking perfect.
I did on that computer, but I don't know. You don't talk about that.
All right.
I don't want to talk about that. No, Grace, the phone isn't broken. There's someone on the phone right now. I used it for a second, and then I was like, why am I doing this? A couple of years ago, and that's my old computer, and it's still on there.
That is like.
Why is it bad?
What if the whole here's an idea. What if the whole sketch I'm like the whole sketch there's something covering like my lower area. And I'm like, finally, I put the tie on, and then I walk out from behind the thing, and I just am fully not prepared in the bottom area, like underwear.
That's good too, yeah. Especially if you get
or you're just wearing a tie like as underwear, and you sort of move around like a monkey or something.
Right.
That would be funny. Norton antivirus. I hope we don't get a visit from the IT Joker. I don't know if you heard Jesse Ferrar's classic new character, the IT Joker.
No, I missed that one.
Who's the Joker, but he cares about IT issues that he called in with a couple nights ago.
Now, what would Monkey D. Luffy do in the sketch?
Monkey D. Luffy in the sketch of clowning.
He'd probably stretch around and become my tie, right?
Yeah, he could do that sort of thing.
You know, this is a little bit different than ties, but it kind of reminds me of the same thing. In high school, a kid I knew used to pull his flaccid cock around his wrist and ask you what time it was, and he'd say it's dick o'clock.
Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah, he had a big he had a big dick, which I get why he was showing it off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's a really funny way to show off your big dick when you could just pull it out and be like, "Hey, look at the size of this thing." Yeah.
Nope, he made a joke out of it.
Yeah.
That kid's probably making so much fucking money.
That could be the end of my sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You reveal your big dick.
Yeah. All right, Tanner.
Yeah. The end of the sketch is me using my dick as a watch. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We're laughing. I'm saying that's funny, bro.
Yeah. That's good shit.
That'd be cool. All right. Get Grace on the phone now.
All right. See ya.
Thank you, Tanner.
All right. The phone line's open. Let's see if Grace or the IT Joker gets to it first. Is my beard line really? Do I really need the beard shape?
It's really fine. Like you said, if you see yourself from the front, it's not a big deal.
I need to just do this part. I don't think it's a huge deal.
Yeah, that part sucks to do too, because like that part of your neck is really like soft.
Yeah. I have to take a shower before I shave, or I break out.
I don't shave anymore. I just use little clippers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Beard trimmer thing.
I do that for this part, but for this I still use.
Still shave. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it grows too fast. Well, I'm not really seeing a call in from Grace.
Grace says, "I'm driving. I can't be on the phone."
Okay, that's awesome, Grace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you called 10. Fucking okay. All right. You know what? That's so great. So thank you so much, Grace. I really do appreciate it. Grace Freud.
That's a good bit. That's a really good bit.
That's a good bit. Imagine if I had a writer's instinct, y'all. Sheesh. Hold on. Let's get. All right. We got a call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hey guys. How are you doing? Hey, Luke. Hi, Pat. How are you?
Hello. Now is this? This isn't Tanner,
pardon?
Is it?
Who is?
No,
I know who this fucking
Tanner.
is. And you better you better figure out how to talk about One Piece. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh well, sure. Well, I the reason I was calling was we have an essay tomorrow at work that I have due tomorrow, and I was looking for maybe some advice on what it is. It's about clowning. No, just kidding. But it's about America, and I was hoping I could share. This is Nancy. Yep.
Okay.
And I was just So we had this due in the morning, and it's right at 7 that it's due. So I wanted to try to read what I had so far. If you could tell me, like, if I'm headed in the right direction. It has to be 200 words. So I've got about half of it done. Okay, so I don't know. So can I just a little bit of it? It won't take long. Is that okay?
Yeah. I hope One Piece comes up though.
If a One Piece character was going to break into Nancy Pelosi's house and beat her husband up with a hammer, which one do you think? Usopp?
He uses a hammer.
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nancy.
Go ahead.
Oh, is that who it was? Okay. America is a nation which was founded in the 17th century, specifically 1776. It is located in North America and contains 50 states. While opinions vary, many agree that America is a great nation. In this essay, I will explain how America came to be tops using a combination of 3 factors. They are as follows. Now, I don't have anything for after that, but I have to think of 3 reasons.
That's cute.
But then I have the lead-in for the first paragraph would go like this. Close your eyes, both of them. Imagine for a second a perfect nation. Then imagine God looking down on a nation he created in his own image. Are you ready?
Yeah,
this is the United States.
Do you? Oh, Ryoma.
Are you reading City Upon a Hill?
Ryoma is the one that that's the one where like on
what is that?
Thriller Bark they get the body swap like he's the old samurai.
Is that a One Piece thing?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, go on. Keep going.
He's the guy that
City on a Hill.
City on a
Hill.
That was what Jonathan Edwards. He's a Puritan. Yeah, Ryuma's the guy he gets the sword from, who ends up being the samurai from Wano. Keep going, Nancy.
Yeah, keep going, Nancy.
Well, that thing is that was all I had. I started it 1 hour ago, and the problem is I keep getting distracted, and I'm not sure why.
You should use ChatGPT to finish it off, then.
Yeah.
If you're getting bored of doing it.
I think you need to introduce some powers into the mix, some interesting powers.
Like, I think if Abraham Lincoln, like, he's pretty tall, so I feel he could be kind of like, he could smash things really hard, and George Washington could use those wooden teeth to have a strong biting ability. And Teddy Roosevelt, big as fuck, and he's goddamn rolling like a damn meatball all over the goddamn place.
Who was the president that had the big dick that always showed his dick? Was it LBJ, I think? He always liked showing his dick to people.
So LBJ was the one who had to have
Kennedy.
It wasn't Kennedy, no. I think it was LBJ. He would, come up with excuses to show AIDS his dick or whatever. It was.
And that might have been Bill Clinton. Was that Bill Clinton?
Yeah, I think you're getting confused there, son.
I'm just LBJ was the one who had very specific instructions about which side of his pants his dick hung down.
Right.
He's like, I dressed left. I'm a left dressing man.
He would stand up at the urinal and start pissing and be like, "Hey guys, look at what I'm doing. Check me out." LBJ is my nickname for Bill Clinton, by the way. I don't know. I wasn't clear. You guys wouldn't know
has
that.
Lightning powers. I like that, Benedetto, because of the lightning shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, guys, thanks for the help. I appreciate it. And,
yeah, no problem.
I guess we'll thank you for bringing up the hammer attack. I don't think of it often, but it was good to have.
You should think about it every day because it could happen again. By the way,
you need to get lucky every day, Margaret.
Because I bet your security wasn't that bad to begin with, Nancy. I mean, you're a rich woman.
Yeah, I mean,
affluent part of San Francisco. So
I mean, you might want to start questioning who you trust, right? It could be the people who cook for you.
Oh, you want to take our guns away? Well, maybe if you had a gun, you could have shot that dude in the fucking head instead of letting her beat the shit out of your husband. Sorry.
Imagine the movie.
Bye.
Imagine the movie Nobody, except it's about Nancy Pelosi.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. She beats the shit out of a bunch of guys on a bus.
That's
the Odenkirk one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Odenkirk one.
Yeah.
Nobody was good. That's Nancy, baby. LBJ had meetings in the toilet and called his dick Jumbo. That sounds good. That's awesome. I do remember that.
That rocks.
Paul Pelosi killed his brother driving too fast. Really? Yeah. I mean, most guys at that level, it killed at least one or two people drunk driving. Like Matthew Broderick killed someone in the 90s drunk driving.
That's right.
People forget about that. And he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker, so.
I mean, he should have married Sarah Jessica Driver.
Yes. Well, if he had had her on behind the wheel, maybe they would have taken an Uber, because she would already park the car. The Wiki article says right before it, his brother told him to drive slower. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
That's sad. Okay, now I am sad.
I guess I thought it makes total sense. But I thought for some reason I thought that they hit each other. They were different cars. but it makes
hey, dude, you want to see how fast we can drive at each other?
Yo!
Nothing's gonna happen. I'm pretty much married to the president.
Dude, she's totally gonna be president one day. I'm so set, bro. Thumbtanic.
Yeah. That was the Bill Odenkirk ones. The guy who did Kung Pao.
Remember those things when we were kids? The thumb movies. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
It's the same guy that did Kung Pao Under the Fist. Did the thumb stuff?
Yeah.
What about when you know what I always found disgusting? Yeah. When you know the thing where they turn the heads upside down and they put eyes
the chin
on the
eyes, yeah.
I fucking hate that. It's disgusting.
I think it really depends on the chin and the mouth. Sometimes it can be quite alluring. There you go. Thank you.
For a while. Let's get you in here.
Steve Odenkirk. Okay. Bill is Bob's brother.
Bob Odenkirk has a brother. One of my least favorite comedy memories is one time I was on a show with Bob Odenkirk when I was a lot younger with my sketch group, and we bombed so unbelievably bad, and we were going right before him that we left immediately afterwards, so we didn't have to make eye contact with him.
Bummer. I'm sure he would understand.
That's part of the fun of doing comedy, folks.
Yeah, that's why I could never do it.
Yeah. But those things make you stronger, question mark? I don't know.
Bob Odenkirk. So he was doing stand-up?
Yeah. He was at Second... It was like a show at Second City. He would often come there because he used to be a Second City guy.
Is he a Chicago guy?
I believe so.
Cool.
I believe he was on Second City. Second Ciggy. Who is that? My mom talking about her second cigarette of the day?
Second Ciggy.
She calls them Ciggies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a cute way.
You got a smoking mom?
Got a smoking mom. I have a smoking dad, too.
Really? My dad stopped when I was like 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold turkey.
Damn.
Yeah.
Smoking's so cool. He filmed Luke, if you want to up your hand gimbal game, watch Nelson Sullivan, the 5th 9th Avenue Project. Okay. All I have to... I didn't know Bill Odenkirk.
Bill Odenkirk, yeah. And Bill is the one who is the brother. Did you know that Bob Einstein...
The guy from Curb?
Yeah. There's something about him being somebody's brother, and I don't remember. Never mind.
Yes.
And they have different last names.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Albert Brooks, that's right.
Wow, that's what. Super Dave, yeah. That's crazy. Oftentimes people don't get to see this side of the screen, so I think that's kind of fun.
It's pretty cool.
I don't think we talked about One Piece.
We didn't talk enough about One Piece.
We didn't talk about One. We got distracted with the raids. We got distracted with Tanner's clowning stuff. I feel like we basically didn't talk about One Piece. I mean, I know we talked about it some, but not that much.
No. I mean, does anybody have any final One Piece questions?
Yeah, we got about 3 minutes left here. Does anyone have any One Piece questions? Bob Einstein, Albert's brother. Albert changed his name because he didn't want to be Albert Einstein.
That's right.
I mean, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Back then, that was just a Jewish last name, you know?
Yeah.
Albert Brooks is a pimp. Can you summarize the whole plot of One Piece all the way through? It's a story about friendship and adventure about a young man named Monkey D. Luffy coming together with a bunch of interesting cast of characters to become the king of the pirates, traveling the Grand Line, a series of islands that go across the entire world where every island is different and has a different environment and a different stuff going on. And at the end, he'll get the One Piece, which is the treasure that they'll leave.
Yeah. Which is apparently a real thing and not just like the adventure.
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently there's a real One Piece.
It's a thing.
Piece. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's on the line?
Well, guess.
Is it Charlie?
It is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Charlie.
Charlie, do you like One Piece?
It's Charlie. No, I have watched the first episode of One Piece.
Well, that's one of the worst episodes.
That's my answer to that question.
You keep watching them; they get a lot better than that.
Well, I've heard that there are a lot of them.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah.
Thousands, literally.
Yeah.
Should I was wondering if you would both be willing to convince me to watch One Piece. Like, well, what would your pitches be?
My pitch again is don't watch One Piece. It's get the Shonen Jump manga app.
$3 a month.
$3 a month, and start reading One Piece on there, and then read it when you're on the toilet,
or right before bed, like me,
or right before bed. And it's very good before bed reading because it's silly and entertaining, and you know nothing actually bad is going to happen to anybody, so it's not going to give you anxiety. And just see if it gets its hooks in you, because watching the anime is going to make you bounce off. Because if you get bored,
so boring.
Yeah, if you get bored, you're going to be like, I don't care about this. But if it is at a pace where you are completely controlling the speed at which you put it into your brain, you'll love it, because it is the funniest comic book I've ever read.
Yeah.
And it's got some of the best gags, some of the best physical gags. It's got some of the best comedy faces I've ever seen. Oda is so good at drawing a shocked face that sometimes the entire joke of a page is just how well he did drawing somebody's face. It's joyous, and it's also sometimes it makes you cry. Yep. We have not talked about the emotion stuff.
It also makes you cry. It's a very nice, beautiful story. And here's my pitch, Charlie. Here's what I think about One Piece. Is that
it's really good to just hear you say that and then just see your crotch on the stream. Go on.
Now does this make it a little more interesting for you?
Motherfucking pitch. Can you study the cam? Fine, I'll study it right on my fucking mouth while I say this very important piece of information, which is I think something I love about One Piece is there are a few tales that have been serialized as long, one continuous big story, maybe not in human history, but certainly in recent memory in the popular zeitgeist. And I think there's something very amazing about a guy who's been telling the same story with the same characters for so long, and the payoffs are so fucking insane where they're still making references to people that were introduced in chapter 2 that haven't mattered in literally 15 years of him writing it, that all of a sudden are back in the spotlight. It's just so amazing, and it feels so rewarding as a reader just how big and expansive the world is, and how much you feel a part of it just because of literally how much time you spend with the characters, that they truly start becoming real because you just simply have read and looked at their faces so many goddamn times.
And he also, and the incredible thing is with the amount of characters that are in One Piece, Oda draws people with such absolutely batshit insane design principles that they all look different.
Yep.
Like other than his women who all have the same face and titties and waist.
Women, right? That's
yeah.
Well, their hair color is different.
Yeah, that's well, you can't tell that in the manga, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, but everyone else he's pretty good with.
He makes the guys look crazy different.
Yeah.
Really crazy guys in that.
Yeah.
These are good impassioned pitches, and I appreciate them. Can you hear the game, by the way, in the background?
No, I was gonna ask if you were on a motorcycle because it does kind of sound like you're in the middle of something else. What are you playing?
Well, what do you think I'm playing, Pat?
Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'm playing Bloodborne right now.
Did you roll a new character?
Yeah.
What are you speccing into?
We're going skill.
Skill.
Time.
Okay, cool.
I do want to play around with the big scythe. That's my plan. It does mean I'm using the little cane right now.
The threaded cane? Yeah.
The threaded cane.
That one's good.
Hey, Jacob. I'd like to turn the question to you two then, because I've never really been able to get into FromSoft games.
Yeah.
And I played about 20 hours of Elden Ring, and I enjoyed it. But frankly, the tone of it was too scary, and I didn't like it, how scary it was.
Oh, that's
it was
sad.
too creepy.
Too scary?
It's not scary, not like, but it's very a creepy and dark world in a way that is not, I don't know, it's not like a like Berserk or like a Junji Ito thing or something where it's so intense. Right. Like it's just this sort of gnawing creepiness about like every character moves a little strangely and stuff.
Yeah.
That really is very unsettling to me in a way that was hard for me to look past.
Okay.
Do you want it to be more obviously unsettling then, or do you want it to be less unsettling?
Maybe less.
Maybe less.
I was gonna say Sekiro, but that one is really hard. But you're a weeb, and you might like that.
That one is hard.
Yeah, because it's Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Sekiro has a story that is a little bit more accessible in that it's a story that you can understand while playing the game, which is kind of unique for
Yeah.
From Software.
It'll take some of that David Lynch feeling out of it, where you're like, where you're not sure what anybody is talking about, because in general you'll know what people are talking about in that one, but it is still extremely creepy and unsettling.
Yeah, there is some very weird stuff in it.
And Sekiro.
It might not. It might be if you're just sort of like not into that vibe, then
yeah,
it might be that they're just like not for you. In which case, you might want to look for maybe if you kind of like the idea of like a quite difficult sort of like animation-driven game. I'm trying to think, Pat. Is there any like good like non From Software games that
like Souls
would maybe
likes?
hit? Yeah.
Lies of P was legitimately very good, but it is also creepy and
Looks
unsettling.
creepy. Mario, something like Mario.
Something like I would suggest for you maybe something like Mario, something like Boom Blocks, maybe.
Steven Spielberg made Boom Blocks.
He did,
yes, dude. He made my two favorite franchises, Freakazoid and Boom Blocks.
Yeah, actually, honestly, yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. People are
Oh,
saying
I
that in
loved
chat.
that game.
Yeah, that has like similar
is
structure.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I need to play the second one because I love Jedi Fallen.
The second one was really good.
I loved it. That was one of the best games I've played in years. I thought it was so fun. I like Metroidvanias a lot, so I like that game. I like big, sprawling, explory, like just walk through a bunch of shit. Woo!
It's got really good costumes in the second one too. Yeah.
And you can get a mullet. Right?
That's right.
All right.
Yep.
Yes,
definitely.
you can indeed get a mullet.
Now, Pat, do you want me and Charlie to pitch you on anything?
Yes.
What do we like, Luke? What's the thing that connects us?
Fortnite. Do you like Fortnite?
I'm a little bit cracked at Fortnite.
Are you good at it?
I'm all right at Fortnite.
Have we played?
We have. I think you and I maybe played once.
We gotta play, dude. I'm a Fortnite fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Charlie, I don't know where our hand-holding club of things that only we like that Pat, because video games is going to be tough because Pat likes those as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's something of a gamer I've noticed. Oh, I fell off. I'm okay though. In Bloodborne, I fell down, but now I'm okay.
Oh, I'm hearing reports that Charlie fell off.
Damn.
Yeah,
oh, Remnant 2 is
in
very
Bloodborne
fun.
specifically. Thank you.
New Battle Pass and Helldivers dropped today.
Oh shit! I want to play Helldivers. If Socks said that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you, Pat, that I'm not going to play Helldivers with you tonight because I didn't realize that I would be asleep.
Yeah, also I didn't know I was going to be here this late.
Stream.
Oh
so.
yeah, this show should end.
That's okay.
We gotta end this shit.
We'll play this weekend maybe.
Yes.
What's Socks had a question.
Hollow Knight I've played. It's really good.
Hollow Knight rocks. Yeah.
Charlie, what TV shows do you like the most?
Yeah, you can pitch me on a TV show because I will not watch a TV show, and I need to watch a TV show.
What have I watched recently that I've really liked? Did you watch Severance, Luke?
Yeah, I really liked it.
I have not watched Severance.
I really like Severance.
Really good, really cool vibe.
Make me want to watch Severance.
It sort of feels. It feels. I would say the most like. It feels. Have you ever seen the movie Brazil?
Yeah.
It's a little like that kind of vibe, sort of that sort of.
Brazil mentioned.
Early '60s, sort of like pneumonic tubes looking ass sort of stuff.
All right, cool. I like tubes.
And, really funny, great performances. Zach Cherry's in it. Exactly.
Cool. Now, Socks, I will kill you.
Yeah, if you say that again, Socks, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to kill you like Paul Pelosi did. That happened to him.
Oh, he survived.
He survived. Well, I'm going to do it, but it's going to be way worse. Yeah, Severance is good.
Severance is the thing I want to suggest. I feel like that's not the thing I want to pitch to Pat, though. It's just the first thing I thought of. It's just a show I like a lot.
Yeah, I think you'd like it, Pat.
And that's on what? That's on
Apple TV?
That's on Fubo TV?
It is,
No,
it is
it's not
an
on
Apple
Fubo,
TV
man.
one. Here's what I'll say. I watched it 3 times.
Damn.
Because I was that into it. I think I was like waiting like episode by episode, coming up with. I never do this, like trying to come up with theories about what was going on in the show.
Yeah,
usually, even if the show is sort of like, if it's like centered around, like with Lost, right? If it's centered around like what's going on, like what's everybody's like theories about what could be happening. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'll just wait.
Okay,
for them
good.
to
It's good to hear this
explain
one's
it
different
later.
because I fucking don't like those shows at all.
Yeah, this one's fun, I think.
Okay,
because the payoff's good, at least so far.
Okay.
I mean, they've only done 1 season.
Yeah.
But I think it's good, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they pull it off incredibly well. Very, very compelling show, which I loved a lot. But
yeah.
Somebody in chat mentioned the first season of Westworld, and I remember for me that was like exactly that thing where it's like I watched the first episode and I was like, "Yo, this is so fucking good.
Yeah,
this rocks." And then I watched each episode after that. I was like, "I'm caring so much less with it."
I know.
Every time they talk about
really
the maze,
yeah.
like what's really going on here? Like, hey, who knows what? I'm like, I don't fucking care.
No,
do the cool first episode
again. Robots you could fucking shoot and stuff. Yeah. That was what was cool. All right, well, Charlie, I have to let Pat leave, but I appreciate you calling in.
Of course.
I can't keep him in my house
Thank
forever.
you for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Charlie.
And let's play some Helldivers, all three of us, for God's sake.
Yes, let's do that soon.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Charlie.
Good night. Bye.
Well, Pat, it's been an incredible time over here on the program.
Thank you for having me
on the programs. Thank you for coming. I think we'll have to do a follow-up where we actually stick to the rule, and I don't care how many raids we get from people that don't know that well, so we feel like we kind of have to appeal to them.
Right.
No, next time we say, I don't care, get in here. We're talking about One Piece. I don't want to talk about anything else.
Yeah, all right.
I think in general, I want this show to be, I think it could be way worse, and I'd like to lean into that part of it more.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
I think genuinely, like, next time we do it,
yeah.
I think we should prepare media ahead of time. We should prepare things that we want to show, right? Because like that
specifically for One Piece.
Specifically for One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean like
that would be really good. Yeah. That would be
really good. I don't even remember if it happens in the manga, but the clip where
that's what Peter Rabbit might say.
I'm hopping in the manga.
Thank you so much for the fall wandering ass.
The clip from the show where Robin won't join the super robot.
So that's
one of the funniest gags.
And that's the thing. There are parts of the show that are so good, and they've only gotten better. Mm-hmm. But we'll save it for the next time. Okay. Will there ever be a complete Goo Crew Studio stream? I'd like to think so. I mean, a bunch of people are coming out in the end of May. Maybe we can all
early May, yeah.
Get in here and
yeah, we can certainly get a portion of people here in May.
I don't know if we'll ever get. I don't know if we'll ever get complete because the place that feels like it might happen is TwitchCon, but that's not in LA. It's in San Diego. San Diego. Now, Pat, before I raid another beautiful user of this website, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, my fingers in your butt.
All right. Well, I thought we had a nice time, but I guess you're gonna end like that.
No, yeah, I don't know. A Twitch channel, I guess. Yeah, pizza _ suplex on here. I'm not currently streaming on a regular schedule, but I'm trying to eventually come up with some things that I can do every week that will be fun.
Fingers in my butt.
Fingers in my. Oh, hey, Justin's up.
Justin is awake?
Justin's still going.
No.
Yeah, absolute freak.
Well, he's awake, but I think isn't he on sleep mode? Let's check.
He could be.
Yeah, he's fully asleep.
Sleepy
playing old
boy.
videos, but I love the man.
Piece of soup.
Let's raid Leslie.
Cool.
Go subscribe to Pat.
Thank you, everybody.
Or we could raid, like one of the big guys,
No, don't raid them. Never raid the big guys.
I always raid them because I want them to notice.
Bro, don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
I always do it.
Do not do that.
I want to be their friend so fucking bad.
Don't fucking do that.
All right, we're going to raid Leslie. Thank you all for being here. Be back tomorrow, 2 p.m.
Gel Ocean says raid crit roll.
Yo! I love raiding what is obviously a recording of something they shot at a different time. All right, see you, everyone.
Goodbye.
And I'll be back at 2 tomorrow to play Gomon. Bye.
Goodbye.